completely unprofessionally from my house. Welcome to the Bartcast.
Start first.
Maybe I want you to start first.
But you're the one with the amazing voice.
Okay, fine. Welcome to the Bartcast. We couldn't come up with a better name, so the Bartcast is good enough.
Yeah.
And we're your weekly video game nerd comic book news source that you will thoroughly enjoy. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
So we'll start off with our weeks. This week, mostly all I did was I played a lot of Destiny 2 because of the new Dawning event that just came out.
Oh yeah.
And all that interesting stuff. Have you given it a try at all yet?
When you got me Destiny 2, I've been actually still need to finish the original campaign. So I feel so dumb right now. It's just that I've been really, really busy. But yeah, I've been trying to get there, and well, I really saw the armor. Like one of them actually looks pretty good, so I really want to get one.
Yeah, I got this guy Destiny 2 because he would never buy it on his own, and now I feel kind of bad for it because of all the bullshit controversies that keep happening around Destiny 2.
Like what was that? I forgot.
Like the shader thing was already a thing, and then they have the Tess Everest, and how basically everything in the new DLC, like the new DLC is really shitty and plain. There's not a whole lot in it. The campaign is super short, and the new planet Mercury is like really tiny.
Is it the Osiris DLC?
Yeah. But then it's like, I think 100 items, like 100 new items, and they're all in the Tess Everest shop.
Oh.
So that sucks. And now the newest one, which actually has to do with the Christmas thing.
Yeah.
You know how in other games when they give you loot boxes, you have your loot boxes like every time you like an Overwatch, you level up,
yeah,
and you get a new loot box, and it's like the seasonal loot box, like you got the Christmas box or the Halloween box. Destiny 2, if you level up, you don't get access to the Bright Engram, which is your loot box. You get the normal Bright Engram and not the Christmas one.
And how the fuck you get the other one?
You do Christmas related stuff, and from what I've been told, and I haven't looked it up actually, but you can't get. There's a hard cap on how many Christmas boxes you can get.
Wait, what?
There's a hard cap every week.
What?
Some people are saying 3, but it looks like there's more because like there's that fucking give presents to people, and that has a Christmas engram in it. So I have to assume that also does it. But some people are saying only 3 because you get 1 Christmas engram per week for doing the new mode, which I actually really like. The Mayhem. The heroic strikes, you have to do 3 of those. Actually 5, I think. And you get 1 for free, which Ikora just gives you because it's your Christmas present.
Oh, yeah.
And that resets every week, and Christmas is basically only 2 weeks long, so
you
only have 6 actual chances to get that awesome Christmas armor.
That is fucking bullshit.
Or you can pay real money for it, and that's why everyone's mad about it.
Of course, why wouldn't they be mad about it?
They're like, hey, you got the arms and the fucking chest piece. Be a real shame if you were walking around without the helmet, the cape, and the fucking helmet. So I'm trying to run around getting that shit done. And the spaceship looks cool, but I can't get the fucking spaceship because that costs 2,000 bright dust, of which I only have about 800 at the time, and I dismantled a bunch of ships, and I managed to get enough to buy the chess piece.
Wait, you dismantled ships?
Yeah, you can all the cosmetics that you get from Tess Everest. It's its own economy, so that's good because it doesn't bleed into the main economy. But what you can do is if she gives you a cosmetic item you don't like, you can dismantle it for basically money that you can only use in Tess Everest's shop. And even though they're like, oh, it's just cosmetic items in here, it's fine because it's just ships and armor, but it's like, stuff in the game, and like you want it. And Jim Sterling actually made some good points about it, where he's like, in a game where it's about looting and like getting items and shit, like looking cool is part of your game experience.
Yeah.
Because you want to look as badass as possible so other people can see you. And they're like, oh man, that guy looks fucking badass. Whoa.
I wish I could look badass.
Yeah, exactly. And so that kind of sucks because it's like, oh, that premium space. And it kind of gets rid of buying cool shit because then it's like, in other games, you earned it, and it's like the story behind it, and you're like, whoa, I did a whole bunch of grinding for this. And it's like, oh, that guy has like a Christmas ship when you look at him, and you're like, he either paid some money for it, or actually, no, he didn't. That's all he did, because there's no way in fuck he got that.
Fucking games sometimes piss me off nowadays. Because now, like, I've heard, it is true from people who have mentioned it before, they keep saying that, oh, video games now are more of a service than an actual video game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. DLC should be done right in the terms that, I don't know, it's just pretty hard. I mean, let me just think of it for a second.
Like, I know a lot of people are saying that whole thing is dead, but then you have Dark Souls, which gives you
fucking Dark Souls.
Cosmetic armor all the time. I don't know how many other, like, Tekken 7. Like, you can customize the shit out of your characters.
Oh, yeah, but that's fine, though. Though it's kind of a little bullshit how you have to do the treasury thingy to get some of the
Oh, but that's fun, though, because it's a reward. You're earning it. That's the problem people are having.
I know, but also speaking of Tekken, just a little quick thing that I've noticed. That game is, I like it actually a lot. I know you have problems with it.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have a tutorial, and I haven't played Tekken since 6, and that was on my PSP.
And you know, it has... Okay, that game has done the ultimate sin any fighting game should ever pull, like, especially for a home release. No versus against the computer.
Really?
Yeah, there's no versus. So a lot of people actually, not everyone plays offline, like online. So the best, and a lot of people just play like, oh, I guess a computer to get like to learn a new character or whatever. You know, doing like simulations or whatever. It's just fun to play and get used to characters by playing against a computer like that, but no, they have no versus. Any game with in a fighting game there always has to be a versus the CPU. Even Street Fighter 5, they pulled that off, right? At least they did that.
Yeah, they always do that.
You should never ever do a fighting game without like versus CPU. It's
weird because normally doesn't it show up when you like pick versus and then instead of a second player signing in, it just defaults to CPU?
It immediately forces you. I've tried it. I don't know, like, I've tried it multiple times. Like, no, you have to press start with the other controller, or else you can't play versus, you're done.
What about that thing that those fighting game purists always talk about, where they're just like, oh, why don't you just set the AI in training mode?
Oh, that is not the same.
It's not the same.
It's unlimited health. You're never gonna, like, I don't know, it's just...
But that won't stop them from saying it.
Yeah, no, I won't. I mean...
You fucking casual.
I mean,
well, you want to play against the computer, you fucking nerd?
So what?
You don't want to get your ass stomped by players that have been doing Tekken for 15 years?
Online? Well, yeah. I've tried a little bit.
What are you, a bitch?
No, I'm not. Actually, I've done decently. I actually only lost once out of like 7 matches, so... I mean...
I did a few matches as Miguel, and I got a few wins in, and then was like, hey, this is pretty okay. And then I jumped over to like another game.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what other game there was.
I was using Jin. I don't know. He's my main, and they're in it since Tekken 3. So
Miguel's been my main since 6, and I'm happy they brought him back. I just wish the game had a tutorial in it so that I can get good at it.
Oh yeah, Tekken has so many inputs. I gotta agree with you with that. It has way too many freaking inputs, but at least I don't know. Unlike other games, you have more variation.
I'd also like a comprehensive moves list. Like, it's not hard to do tabs, like Injustice does, where it's like you have your tab and then you press L1 or R1, and then you guys, here's special moves, here's combos, here's these. Instead, they're all kind of bunched up, and I'm not sure if there's any order to them. I at least find that the grabs are grouped together and some of the combos are grouped together, but then it's like, here's some unique moves. Here's the actual special moves, the ones that you care about. And here's some combos. And they're right in between more special moves.
Well, Tekken doesn't have special moves, really. Only Akuma and Geese.
What about the fucking Shoryuken that Heihachi does? He has Thunder God Fist.
It isn't necessarily a special move, but...
And Jin or Kazuya's like quadruple spin kick.
That fucking impossible kick.
Like those are special moves. as much as you don't want to pretend they are.
Before, like in other Tekken games, it was just it was actually you didn't have to do any crazy input to pull those off. But it's maybe just because the game has changed.
Yeah, but like when you look at them, you're like, that's a move. Like that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
That is unique to that character.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, I know Tekken characters each one has all kinds of different moves, but I don't know. You need a move that kind of stands out. Like Jin's, like pretty much most of it. Yeah,
because I don't know if anyone fondly recalls Soul Bad Guy's hard slash. It's like, yeah, that fucking hard slash. Whoa,
fucking Farner or the Grand Dubai Pa.
Yeah, everyone quotes like that's the iconic thing. Like everyone goes gun frame. No one does the fucking swing motion where he moves his arm with his elbow vertically. And they're like, yeah, that's the move. But then when you think of Tekken characters, you're always like, yeah, Kazuya's spin kick.
Yeah, it has no name or they don't shout anything really.
Yeah, they don't shout anything, but that doesn't have to be the case for it to be a special move. It just has to be the thing where you're like, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's
and that's also my problem with Tekken. Maybe it's because it's not like I've been in it that far, but like not a whole lot of characters seem to have those. The only other one I can think of has to be Paul's stupid flip kick.
Oh yeah, I love that fucking move. It's been since Tekken 1 and I love it. It's freaking front and I think it's front and circle, and it doesn't fucking work anymore. It's not useful anymore, but they still have it because it's a thing.
Yeah, and then King's grabs. Like at the very least, you can identify that those are King's grabs.
Oh yeah.
Even though they're basic wrestling moves, but still.
You know, actually, King is the best grappler in my opinion. I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh bullshit," but I don't know how to use grapplers. I've tried with a T-Sock from Garo and freaking King Dinosaur and King of Fighters 14. And
the only reason he's so good is you could chain like 3 of them together, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, I've seen people do it, but I can't. I mean, you really need a fight stick to use grapplers, and obviously King, he's just really good at punching and kicking.
Like, whoa, guess what I got?
And look, grappler. Let me just press 2 buttons, and there you go. I just grabbed you.
Yeah. By the way, the Game Awards happened a while ago.
Oh yeah.
And they had a sale for those. I don't really want to talk about the nominees, like the winners, that much. I kind of just want to talk about the sale and what you cut from it.
Oh.
Because PlayStation Store had a sale, like most of the games that were there.
Oh, are they right now?
No, it was the week it came out.
Ah, shoot.
It's not there
anymore. So what do you got from it? I don't think.
I decided to get Senua's Sacrifice. Because I was interested in that.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that one.
The double A game, which I miss that genre of game. Not genre, but that style where it was like, it looked good, but it wasn't a god-awful, like, 8-bit, but not really 8-bit pixel game.
Well, it was a mid-tier budget game, I guess.
Yeah, which those don't really happen a whole lot anymore. I think the last one I can remember that was like that was Unraveled by EA.
Oh yeah, I think they have a sale on it right now. Is it any good?
I liked it. It was there was a point in that game where I went like, I get it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I get it, and I got kind of bored of it after a while, and then it does what every game based on nature does, and it's like human bad, nature good. Exactly.
Oh fuck humans, get the fuck out. I mean, you probably waste a lot of resources making the fucking game.
Like the final levels are like fucking Chemical Plant Zone.
Ah, of course.
Where you're like, yeah, I get it. Because it's like, oh, this old lady's farm, and you're walking around, and it's really beautiful, and see nature. And then it's like, oh, I guess
evil corporate.
Yeah, evil. Then they tie it into the story, like, indirect storytelling, where you're walking around, you're finding letters and environmental storytelling. And it's like her husband used to work in it. Like, spoilers for this game that came out in 2008, I think. But yeah, she's like, oh, my husband worked in the factory and stuff. And I guess he either died or, like, broke something severely. I'm not sure what's going on, but she, like, knits all day now. And she has grandkids that don't visit her, it's typical sad stuff.
Fucking asshole.
I know, right?
I used to visit my grandma's all the time.
So yeah, that game, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's if you like kind of obvious message for games like that. Wow, that was really interesting, Alan. All that cool story arc stuff happened. Wow. I can't believe you fought off that dog.
Yeah.
The rival dog to our Barkcast, which is now our name.
Yeah, I know. Fucking dog.
Maybe. But Unravel was pretty good. We were talking about the awards. I already discussed it with you that Zelda was obviously going to win in Game of the Year.
I know. Wait, it wasn't Odyssey, right?
It was what?
I thought it was going to be Odyssey for some 1 second.
I personally would have given it to like Persona 5.
I would have given it to Nier. That's a little biased.
It wasn't nominated, but yeah.
Was it nominated?
It wasn't. No, it was Persona 5, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and was it Horizon?
Alright, well, most of them deserve it, at least, and most of them deserve it.
Horizon's story is kind of sad because it was nominated for basically everything and won nothing.
I know, right?
Like, holy shit.
It's actually better, from what I played from Zelda. I know unpopular opinion, but Horizon was way better.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
But... It's one of... Actually, I don't know. I haven't played in normal mode, but because a friend of mine forced me to play in hard mode, I was like, okay. I haven't beat it yet, but I think I'm almost there, hopefully.
That game is way more rewarding in hard mode, and its story is so good when you're getting near the end and you get all the twists. Like, it's so fucking good, and you... Like, it's those moments, like those Eureka moments that you get from really good storytelling, like, oh my god, that makes sense! Oh, fuck, of course, that's how it would work.
So there's no, like any bullshit, right?
Nah, there's no, like...
Shyamalan twist?
That's how Horizon Zero Dawn ends how games should end. Where it's like, I fucking hate it when games, and movies for this matter...
Try to force a
They
sequel?
use its own movie as a platform for the next movie, and don't make it a good movie. So they're always like, oh man, here's a bunch of shit. Maybe you'll see it later. You better fucking buy our game now.
Oh, yeah, I hate that kind of twist.
So it's like unfulfilling and generally shitty.
Actually, yeah, like, sometimes I wish there were no, like, any... Okay, I gotta be honest, like, Metal Gear, I think, is one of the most perfect games, the first one, Metal Gear Solid. But it had to end with the freaking hint that, something big is gonna come out. But if you would have taken that part off, it would have been, like, a complete self-contained story. You could still do a sequel.
Yeah.
Well, at least they followed it perfectly. There was nothing, like, you know.
I can't say a whole lot on that because I actually only played the games that are, like, I guess before everything. So I just played 3, Peace Walker, and 5.
Oh, so you only played the big boss stuff.
Yeah. So everything else, it seemed fine. It was all interconnected, and they ended well enough.
A lot of people didn't like Metal Gear's Phantom Pain's ending.
And I can't say I care that much because it resolved all the big boss stuff.
I know. I mean, I just love how in the end it just showed, Kojima's like, okay, I don't have time to do the rest because, you know...
You're never getting that chapter.
Screw you, Konami. But I'll just summarize all of it and there. But, hey, it was actually... All that actually happened and made sense in canon, so...
But that's fine. We live in the brightest timeline now because he went to Sony and we're now getting that Fetus game.
Oh yeah, Fetus game that I have not seen the trailer. I just don't want to see anything else. I just want to play the game.
People have figured out what it's about.
Have they?
Kind of. Kojima's talked about it in interviews. It's
about
really interesting.
Wait, is it like Baby Mario or Yoshi Island where you have to take care of a fetus baby instead of Mario?
So it's like some people are speculating there's something up with that. It's like the fetus baby. So in that, you know, the rain, like all the water and everything, how it rains, they called that timefall. And that stuff makes you age rapidly. Like, everything it touches ages and grows old and, like, immediately dies.
Is that the reason why, like, you wear an armor in that?
Yeah, and why everyone's in, like, raincoats and stuff like that.
Wait. Was it raining when Guillermo del Toro's character was hiding under the bridge?
Yeah. If I remember, but...
I don't remember. I guess I'm just wondering. I need to check that trailer again. Because if it is what you said is true, if it's raining, he would have died immediately.
Yeah. And then the baby is like, they're theorizing, I forget who, and I'm not sure if it's like a Kojima thing, but they said that it was, it's a clone of yourself, and so when you die, that baby rapidly ages.
And turns into you?
Yeah, and...
Is that how they're gonna do the continue thingy?
Actually, they told you that you've been looking at the continue screen the whole time. You know when you're under the water?
Yeah.
Like whenever Norman Reedus is under the water?
Yeah.
That's your continue screen.
Huh.
It's like you can scrounge around and look for items, and then when you're ready, you can respawn, and then you're just out again. And the armor looks cool. We're getting some Dead Space stuff where your health bar is part of the armor now. Because you're seeing when people, like the guy, he's like being dragged up to the surface.
Yeah.
And he's like stabbing himself, and his health bar is going from green to red while he's stabbing himself. And what else was there? There was that the monster, the Stranding. Turns out it only wants living things because people are trying to kill themselves while it's grabbing them, and whenever anyone dies, it doesn't grab them.
Oh.
So it just wants you alive.
So it can eat you alive. That's fucking.
Yeah. And then I know everyone's being like, but what's the game? What's it going to be like? How does it play? I just want to see gameplay. You know how it's going to be like. It's the fucking guy who made 5 Metal Gear games.
It's going to be a stealth game, probably.
Stealth horror is my guess.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Stealth horror. They actually wouldn't mind that.
And that's fine. Like, you can already see the fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 engine.
It's The Last of Us and Metal Gear and Dead Space combined.
Like, the way it looks, even, like, they insisted what you were looking at as gameplay, and maybe it's just Kojima's directorial style, but it already looks like it's running on the Metal Gear 5 engine. Like, if you sprint, the camera is going to have that same bounce, and your clothes are going to do that.
Do they have the Fox engine on there?
No, it's a custom engine, but it fucking looks like
it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And probably, I don't know, Konami will probably sue, or maybe we'll try eventually. Right. Even though they're just wasting on fucking pachinkos.
Yeah. That's depressing.
Yeah.
But to get back to the Game Award things, because we went really far off topic. It was Zelda was gonna win. Whether it deserved it was a different question. I will admit that Horizon Zero Dawn does have a flaw.
What is it?
And it is that there's a severe lack of close range options.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like
I think the whole point of the game though is that you're a hunter, and hunters don't go around fighting with just against giant mechs. I mean, normal people, they should not be going hand to hand against them, in my opinion. So I think that's fine.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: whenever your cover's blown, these are animals, and they are faster than you.
Yeah.
You usually can't outrun them, so you have no choice but to do the dodge. Try and draw your bow. Hope to God it doesn't jump, because then you're gonna miss.
Well, yeah, but most of them I actually never had any trouble with it. Only the little ones you can actually kill. I mean, I'm cool with that. Just doing like 1 or 2 hits and kill the searchers or watchers.
Yeah, the watchers. They're easy and basic.
Yeah, but that's fine. I actually don't mind that a lot. Because obviously you have to be more tactical. In hard mode, it's even worse because they discover you even in places they shouldn't. Sometimes I'm like I'm in the middle. I don't know. I'm just trying to hunt down this giant, 2-leg thing that has like a fire tank. You know.
Yeah, the bellowback.
Yeah, the bellowback. Yeah, I have horrible names. But yeah, like I'm trying to hunt it down, and then the crab miles away is like, "Hey, I see you." I'm like, "What? But how the?"
That's the worst when you're interrupted while hunting something else.
Or one of the watchers like I don't know. He's drinking water. Or I don't know. Just walking around, and for some damn reason, even though he shouldn't even turn around, hey, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Oh shit. And then and obviously I mostly get fucked after that because it's.
I tried using the tripcaster and being like an actual hunter and all that.
I'm using the tripcaster is so they're the other weapons are the thing that makes hunting so much cooler, in my opinion.
I don't like the setting up, especially if I'm just passing through. If it's actually a level. Or an area, then maybe I'll do it.
Oh, you don't like setting up traps and all that?
Because if I'm out in the wilderness, the other option is just I could just walk away.
Oh yeah.
I don't even have to do the shit when we're doing this.
But your pride, sometimes you just feel like I have to kill that.
Hunter's pride.
It's like that part where that side mission with the crocodiles when you first see them, the giant ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know why I was surviving all their attacks first because I was wearing an anti-freeze thing. So
yeah.
Well, at first hey, this shit usually kills me, but oh okay, I'm wearing that. But no, they're still hard. But I saw 3 of them, and I'm like, I just need to kill one.
Yeah.
I need to kill one. I'm like, after killing it, fuck, I had to kill the other thing too. Fuck, yeah. I don't know. It's just that instinct that you have to kill the other thing.
Also, when you hit their weak points, everything you do from there on does like 1 HP of damage.
Oh yeah, that's wait. Is like, that a normal? Does that happen in normal mode too?
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Like you're blowing off the blaze canisters, and I never actually figured out the dynamic to that. Sometimes the blaze canister blows up, other times it doesn't. I really want it to blow up.
Sometimes it even blows up after they're dead. It actually happened. I killed one of them with the fire tanks, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start looting, and then I noticed like fire was gonna what the just blows up, and I'm dead. And
perfect.
That is not perfect.
I tried setting them on fire. I tried shooting them normally because it says they're weak to impact damage, and neither of them made them blow up except for when they wanted to blow up, and that was annoying.
I would try that. I forgot what, like armor piercing or like.
Yeah, I actually almost exclusively use that, especially in the DLC because it's way better. The fucking Tear Blast arrow works. The third one, for the Harvest arrow, that thing is dog shit and is never worth anything. Because it's like, oh, if you kill something with this, there's a chance, not a guarantee, to get more resources.
Oh, yeah.
And even when you hit weak points, it still only does like 5 damage.
It's like the regular bow.
So you basically have to get something to 1 HP and then shoot it with one of those arrows. And even then, there is only a chance to get better stuff. So it's like, fuck this thing. Like, I'd rather like efficiently get this done.
Yeah.
I hate how the AI do have that Terminator AI thing going on. But it's like, even if you do try to play it stealthy and you're moving around and all that stuff, they will find you if you hit them when the yellow exclamation point is on their head.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, immediately...
Because, like, I did something. I tried to be clever because I did this in, like, the DLC. It was like, all right, I'm going to set up some tripcast arrows. And then I used... or not trip... The tripcaster. Yeah. So I set up the explosive one.
Yeah.
And then was like, all right, I'm going to lure this guy over here. So I'm going to shoot at it and knock off one of its weak points. And then it does like, oh, what, they're getting shot at. Yeah. And he walks towards the bushes where I'm at, where I set up the tripcaster line. And so it's like, all right, you're going to walk over it. And then he walks over it and it blows up. And he's like, I know where you are now.
Oh, yeah, the second shot always tells them where you are, even if you move away.
Yeah. I mean, or even if it's not a shot at all. It's a fucking trap the way you're supposed to play it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They should never know where you are like that. Metal Gear never fucked up in that, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, Game Awards, I didn't even look at them because I knew that Zelda was going to win or Mario. So
yeah.
I only saw nominees, and there were a lot of them.
One thing I will say that will please Matt is that I found out that the DLC for Breath of the Wild fixes one of my gripes, one of my major gripes.
The bike?
Yes.
Is it?
Also, horses teleport now. Thank fucking God.
Oh, okay. But
which is standard in every open world game.
What's the fun of having a horse if you already got a freaking bike?
Yeah, but you know, whatever.
But you become freaking badass.
You can become a common rider.
You're a common rider. Yeah. Common rider Link.
Well, you know, as it turns out, they fixed the horse thing a while ago. The bike is like a little bonus thing.
Oh, okay.
But that was one of my major gripes because the best way to get around in that game is to find like the highest cliff you can see and jump off and paraglide on your way down. Yeah. And that is fine, but then when you land, there are so many like miles away from the thing that you saw where you're like, oh the shrine is still a long walk. I wish I had my horse.
That's typical parachuting in games, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot, especially like in Far Cry or something like that. Yeah.
The fastest
Just parachuting sucks, like in general. I mean, it works when you like when you want to go to a certain, well, not exactly a certain place, but a certain area. It works perfectly, but you're always gonna miss where.
But hey, guess what? As soon as you got there, you always had a jeep to steal or a mount that you can summon at will. In Zelda, you're like, oh, your horse can't hear you. It's too far away. Where did I leave that guy again? Oh, yeah, in the cliff I jumped off of.
Isn't that the same with Horizon?
No. Your horse always hears you.
Really? It takes a little while.
It just dies. It can die.
Oh,
and
yeah,
if it dies, you get a new one.
No, you don't get a new one. You have to go get a replacement.
Yeah, exactly. You get a new one. You just go grab one.
Oh yeah, that's what you meant. Yeah. I thought like you get a new one like automatically. Yeah, you're fine.
No. But it's like, yeah, it can die, and it kind of sucks. It's inconvenient if you're like, oh, I want to call my mount. It's not here though. Let's look on the map for some Strider feeding grounds or whatever.
And there's like 20 of them, and the fucking watcher see you immediately.
Yeah. By the way, have you hijacked the goat yet?
I've been trying to. I can't find any. I can't find that. I gotta. You know what? I need to. I'm one of those people who really should just freaking beat all their games. I need something like a day, a week, where I put like 8 hours.
You should. The worm needs you in Pyre.
I know.
Sir Gilman.
I know Sir Gilman is awesome.
He's a cool guy.
No, seriously, Pyre is such a freaking great game. I never seen people talk about it though.
Yeah.
I mean, when people see it play, like someone like has seen us play it before, they get, oh shit, this looks so cool.
Whoa, what is this?
And it's like, oh, it's like cool basketball, dodgeball, magical Quidditch RPG game.
It should be at Evo, but it's not.
Well, actually, yeah, it should have. It can have like competitive.
I imagined it would.
It's a sports game, like pretty much.
Oh, did you hear Catherine is getting a remaster, and that because it has an Evo scene, they're making the
wait. It has that Evo scene?
Yeah, Catherine has a competitive versus mode in it.
Why is it like what?
You both solve the puzzle like at the same, like you're pushing blocks and all that stuff.
So it's
I actually never saw it.
Or something?
No, you're like fighting each other
until to make sure the other one dies. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works.
How the fuck does that get an Evo? Fucking...
People fucking love it, and there's like some deep strategy in it. So.
Well, I never played Catherine, so yeah. A lot of people are gonna think, yeah, this guy hasn't played that much. No, I do. I just don't play everything. I mean, I don't play as much as.
That's inconvenient. Let's wait, and then we'll Zawar do that too. We were talking about Pyre, right?
Yeah, Pyre, fucking great game that you should totally buy. It's like, even though they don't put any discounts on it yet, but just fucking do it.
I think they did. It was for the Game Awards.
Oh, really? When I pre-ordered it, I only got the discount like $2. But,
Game Awards sale.
But I was so into the game that like just by looking at it, just the art style and all that, it's the artist's wet dream, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a very good looking game.
It has so many cool characters, and I wouldn't say it's like.
It's so fucking dumb.
Fuck! It's over. It's over?
I hope.
Okay, so yeah, Pyre, fucking great. Go get it. It's the same guys who made Bastion and...
Pyre never made me climb in the rain.
Yeah, I know. And the best part is when...
Or destroy my weapons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, you get to crash against other teams. So
yeah, that's fun. Fucking, I like crashing into the old dog.
Yeah, like after you do the first right, like the big major thing.
Yeah.
Your caravan or whatever, like your cart becomes like a flying cart, and you see all the other teams flying around, and it's just like you see a team you don't like. And I thought at first when I thought, oh, I can do exhibition games or something like that, and like just. Like, do random encounter, and now it's just like, hey, what the other guy's like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, it's you guys, fuck you. we start trying to fight, like, nah, just being an asshole.
Yeah, I just bumped into you.
The only ones I like is, I think, the team with the dog, the older dog.
Yeah, he's just so happy, he's like chill about it. He's like, hey man, they didn't seem like they were doing any trouble, and the son's like, but dad, they deliberately crashed into us.
And just a reminder, the dog, his son is an actual human, so I don't know how the fuck that works.
Oh, they explained it.
Oh shit!
Like you have to after a while, when you get to choose who you want to battle, the
you get
minstrel
to have more like conversations with them.
The lone minstrel tells you.
Oh, okay.
And he like gives you a backstory about how it is. Spoilers: the kid is adopted.
Oh, of course it is. I mean,
they like left him on the dog guy's doorstep. And it was like, oh, he adopted him, and that's why the kid's so loyal to his dad.
Yeah,
because he's like, oh man, yeah, I'm adopted, cool. If you're in that game though, before you pardon anybody, you should make sure that they have finished everything that they have to.
Yeah, I mean, I pardoned I will call him the pro tag almost type.
Yeah,
the hero
Headwind.
Yeah, Edwin is like the.
Did you get his letter back? Because every time you pardon someone,
I think I have. Point, I think I haven't gotten it yet, but
at some point you will get a letter, and it tells you
more backstory
if you did good, like if you made the right choice at that time.
I mean, almost everyone kept saying that he should be one of the first ones to go.
Because him and Rookie are fine for the first ones because they already have their resolve.
Yeah, but also I heard like just in terms of meta game that it's more convenient to get rid of them because some of the other members are better. Like, you know, the orphan girl or what? Not orphan girl. The
Jay. She's moon touched. That's like savage.
Yeah, but basically. The thing is she has no real name, so you can call her like. There's an option like of 20 names, and I just call her Bae.
Yeah, I was hovering over that option.
Even the option like, what? Seriously, you're gonna call her that? Like, yeah. She's Bae.
I went with Shay.
Shay, that's like
the ZH, because it sounded like it would make the most sense in this fantasy setting. As opposed to like May's
Bae.
Yeah, and all that other stuff. But that game does more with its story later on. I don't know how it's gonna function when you're near the end, pardoning a bunch of people.
Probably the ones they can only do it a certain amount of times. I bet.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure other people are gonna stay there, and they'll be fucked. Like, whatever.
It's like choose who you want to live in suffering forever.
Well, to be fair, both of them will be like either staying there doesn't mean you're.
I assume there will be 3 characters that are left behind because that's how much you need for the team.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
Which means the final boss is gonna be with the 3 worst characters on your team.
Oh shit!
Think about that.
Oh no. No, but I just want to I actually need to help out the Worm.
Oh, but yeah, to help out Sir Gilman, it's really obvious. Just go fight his old team again.
Yeah. With
Sir Gilman. Because like when you get the letter back, they like come back, and it's very obvious where the dialogue tree is.
Yeah.
Because it's like Hedwyn went to the surface. He was about to be given a bunch of gifts, and then that's like where you can see the fork in the road, where it's like, oh, they accept it, therefore they will not help. Yeah. Or, oh, they denied it, therefore they will help. And Hedwyn and Rookie were both like, I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
And it's very, very obvious what repercussions you will have if you do not do some people's quests.
I know, they'll be pissed off at you.
The worm will be pissed off. The bird, have you gotten her yet?
Yeah, I already got
her. She will fuck you over hard if you do not fix that. And Jodariel will cause problems if you don't fix what's going on with her.
Yeah.
You want her to be the best of friends with the bird.
Yeah. It's a harpy.
Yeah, at least get along.
Yeah, harpies are dangerous in that game, so.
Yeah. And do not under any circumstances let the snake people, the Yursa worshippers, or the birds get their pardon.
Don't let him win. Yeah, don't let.
Fucking hit that restart button if you're down on 10 HP.
Yeah, fuck the harpies and fuck the evil wizards who are like, oh, we're gonna bring it back Cthulhu version of here.
Yeah, but it's really cute if you get if you still have Jay, pick a fight with the purple guys with the dog. Yeah. You get some cute dialogue there. You get some fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's
S-Link dialogue.
Pretty Fire Emblem-ish in terms even Sir, what's the name of it?
Sir Gilman.
Yeah, so Sir Gilman is pretty much a Wayne from Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
but actually a knight. He's an actual knight.
I wish, like Fire Emblem, they would let you choose who to chat with, as opposed to having it be almost random.
Yeah, it's random, and you don't have a choice. And if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah, so like.
But still, it's a freaking great game, and
because like you missed Hedwyn's whole backstory thing. As to what he was about, where he's like, oh, I came in, and it's like, spoilers.
Actually, he doesn't like talking about it as much at the beginning.
So. No, not the beginning.
So that's why when I got rid of him, or not got rid of him, he actually pretty much helped him get out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fire's great. Buy it. Seriously.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by
Supergiant.
Yeah, Supergiant Games, but just
not that they could afford our prestigious podcast.
I know. We're so
we cannot be bought. We go where the news is.
I know we are sellouts. We go to whatever is brand new. Speaking of brand new,
here's the news of the week as we sell out to the corporate overlords.
I don't know if it came out this week or last week, but whatever. It's about Dragon Ball Fighter C. That game. First of all, what do you think of it?
I am happy that the Guilty Gear engine is being used for more fighting games. If there is any complaint I have about the Guilty Gear engine, it's that having shit look that good means you have a smaller roster.
Yeah, I know. Oh, actually, speaking of a smaller roster, Dragon Ball Fighter C has like a shit ton of characters.
It has 28.
Yeah,
for a 3v3 versus game. But then again, I'm one to complain, even though I played Skullgirls religiously for almost a year and a half.
Yeah, so that they only have like how many characters?
I funded the shit out of that Kickstarter campaign.
And they have like 12 or 18 characters?
They have 11 now.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit, even less. Okay. Like, I was completely wrong. But yeah, Dragon Ball Fighter C, they confirmed 3 Dragon Ball Super characters, and it's Bills, Goku Black, and Hit.
But what about
Jiren, fuck that guy. Okay, besides my opinions of Dragon Ball currently, which for me it's dead, just like other franchises I might talk about soon.
Should have ended in the Cell Saga.
It should have ended in the Cell Saga, yeah. Or, yeah, I'm not gonna be the guy who's like, oh, Frieza. I'm like, nah, come on. It was passing the torch thing. But okay, never mind that. Freaking, at least those characters look more different than... I mean, I see Bills does a lot more projectile-based attacks. Mm-hmm. So it's, I guess, going to be a little short distance or longer distance.
Okay. Jeez, Alan, that dog, it keeps showing up. It never goes away.
I know. Wow. Fucking asshole. Oh, yeah, okay, Bills. It seems like more projectile-based, and Hit is more technical, so that's where, like, the more complex, people who like...
I'm not sure who Hit is.
He's the Hitman, the purple guy.
I don't know.
Purple has like the same ability as freaking King Crimson.
Look, I don't watch Dragon Ball.
It's like King Crimson from JoJo.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, pretty much ability to skip time. But yeah, he seems more like technical. He's actually, I think, one of the better designs of Super. Mm-hmm. And Goku Black, a lot of people say, oh, he's just another version of Goku.
The guy just looks dumb.
Hit? You mean Hit?
He looks like just a generic Toriyama guy. Like, Toriyama's art style has its faults, and it's things that look like that.
Yeah, but he's like the most decent one. I guess Jiren is the most unique one. Damn it, doggo keeps getting the fuck away. But yeah, Jiren has the more alien look. I guess that's more unique than the typical stuff. But yeah, Goku Black, he's more like energy weapons, I guess, because that's the thing. And he summons his striker. That's the other shitty villain. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like Zamasu. He sucks.
So in the Dragon Quest games, generic Goblin, or any generic character that you will fight, that is what Hit looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Toriyama's art style is
have the big fucking meaty eyebrow bullshit, and like just the generic like features on the eyes, giant forehead, bald. That's it. You got generic Toriyama thing.
Just a little changes, and he'll look like Cell pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not shitting on his art style 100%, but
I don't understand the fucking eyeball meat, the caveman eyebrows everybody has.
Yeah, it's very 80s cartoonish art style, and it has not aged that well.
It's aged fine. It's the only thing that looks like it now.
A lot of stuff looks the same. Well, I guess. But yeah, those 3, even though I don't like Super, somewhat excited just because they seem like they play differently. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you've seen I don't know, you never played it, have you? I mean, I went to AX and
no, I haven't. I didn't even bother with the beta that came out.
I don't know why I missed it, but yeah, that's actually pretty fun. But I only played like 2 times, and it was like 2 fights pretty much, and yeah, it was fun. And I like the fact that I heard there's gonna be a regular Goku DLC, which I'm like hating the fact because come on, there'll be like 4 Gokus pretty much. You have regular Goku who's Super Saiyan Blue Goku who plays slightly different, Goku Black, but I know it's a different character, but it's the same shit.
Now you know why I'm not looking forward to it. I fucking hated it when Blaze Blue did it. You think I'm not gonna hate it when Dragon Ball does it?
I know. No, like, but
the same character taking up 4 slots.
But well, it's just a rumor. I don't know if it's real, but I like the fact that they all stay Super Saiyan because I don't know if you ever played the Super Nintendo ones.
No, I didn't.
Like because the Super Nintendo ones always had like all the Saiyans in their Super Saiyan form. They never have basic normal form. I don't know. It's just a thing that I like. That it just reminds me of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know. This guy isn't.
It should have been a fucking color swap. Like they can't play differently. It's just a fucking number.
Just
it's
because like Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, I don't know. Instead of having the regular Goku turn Super Saiyan 3 and doing a special move, because I know he turns Super Saiyan 3, he hits you and does a special move with it. Super Saiyan Blue does Kaioken. I know, and I always hated that over the Super Saiyan Blue, he can use Kaioken times 10, and that's how he activated. I don't know. It's just
you'd think that at a certain point he just had it permanently unlocked.
What, the Kaioken?
Yes.
No, he had
basically nothing.
No, he has it. He always had it, but he just couldn't control it apparently because he couldn't add it up to Super Saiyan until now. Which it just looks meh. It's not. Dragon Ball isn't that creative in transformations or power ups anymore.
I think you know that Zootopia fan comic.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite versions of that is when Nick and Judy they're doing that. It's like 3 panels, and it's like, but don't you see, Judy? The Goku's just gonna bring back everyone with the Dragon Balls again. Like this story arc has no tension. Like it's not. There's nothing. There's no reason to watch it anymore. And she's like, but Nick. Toriyama's admitted it himself. He's making out up as he goes along. Dragon Ball's been all about the fights anyway. Like,
well, yeah, it's always been about the fights. Well, originally it was more about comedy, but then Dragon Ball Z happened.
Apologists.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about Dragon Ball anymore.
Yeah. Let's get on with your. Okay, no, the docket. We did pretty much all on the docket. There's no fucking news to talk about. It's Christmas. So let's go away from the news, and we should have done in the beginning. Yeah. Let's talk about whatever the fuck Junie Tyson is.
Oh, yeah, I just finished watching this anime called Junie Tyson or 12 Zodiac War, which is the reason why I'm getting tired of Battle Royale anime or anything in total. I know the cool thing, it's just a bunch of people fighting to the death, and now, obviously, anime does the more superpowered part, and it's stupid. Okay, first of all, think about it this way. Like, the whole point of a Battle Royale is that you're going to see characters die.
Mm-hmm.
So why should you be attached to them, first of all? And Junie Tyson does it worse because it's only 12 episodes, and each episode is focused on one of the characters because they're 12. It's about people, like, assassins, hitmen, or whatever, who are each one based around a family that represents a Chinese zodiac symbol. So some of the rat is gonna be a guy who wears he looks like Robin a little bit, like from Fire Emblem, but with like armor parts that make him look like a rat. Or the goat is an old man with like goat horns, or the ox is a bullfighter with fucking horns. But yeah, most of them don't even last an episode, and it becomes super predictable who's gonna die. Like, I mean, the first 3 episodes, after seeing the first episode, you see the second one, and that's how you know who's gonna die on the third one. It's that predictably disgusting. It's and
everyone should just play PUBG. That's how they settle it.
No, the whole point about that story is that we're fighting over a wish, like freaking Face Day Night or something like that,
or Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, pretty much. If you win, you kill everyone else. You get a wish or whatever by this organization that magically can do anything, apparently. I mean, even clear an entire city for the entire battle. So just imagine they took everyone out of that city overnight, and then they can all kill each other there, which
anything can be done with enough money.
The world, yeah, I guess because they're super.
Now, do they have a Suicide Squad thing where, like, if they try to run away, they blow up? Because that's normally how they keep them.
No, actually, yeah, I was gonna tell you. The rule. Well, they're doing it voluntarily.
It's like honor bound.
No, and not only that, they actually took poison, like a jewel that has like poison on it, and the whole point is that you have to collect them from their dead bodies.
Well, there you go.
But okay.
That also stops anyone from hiding.
First of all, like I said, most of the characters are never developed, so you don't give a shit about them. That's the worst part of all. And the best character actually dies midway. She was like, okay, not because she's waifu material. I mean, I guess she kind of is, but she's like more plain looking than that. But she's, I guess, the cute one, sort of. Her whole thing is actually she's a well developed, strong female character that has gone through struggles. She doesn't want her whole thing is that she's there to stop the fight, and find a peaceful way to settle it. And she's actually super smart, and she's seen her backstory that, she goes stopping wars by just being smart.
How is there a peaceful way to end a battle royale that was voluntary?
That was the big question. I was wondering, like, maybe at the end we'll see it. But no, she ends up getting killed off, and you never find out what was the plan.
But it's voluntary. These motherfuckers asked for it.
Yeah, but I don't know, because also when you think about
it's over a wish. What's a peaceful way to get a wish?
It's a very dangerous... When you think about it, like, the other assassins, most of them... I mean, there's this other character that I freaking hate. He's obviously the
Sasuke?
No, I wouldn't call it Sasuke. He's like the... Okay, you know that... It's like a Tokyo Ghoul ripoff character, so you know how like all the girls will freaking fall in love with that white hair, has black eyes with like red pupils or whatever.
Yeah.
And looks like all slim but super buff, and he's freaking dressed as a bunny girl, but just obviously he doesn't have any.
So you're talking about the epitome of anime trash.
Yes, and his whole deal is that he wants to make friends with everyone, but by killing them and making them to zombies.
Oh, I thought he was just be like a weirdo.
Yeah, he's like a weird, but he's a weirdo. He's just all the time, just like making.
I was expecting like the Team Fortress 2 short, where the soldier blows up everybody and then just like mounts their head on a pike and talks to them that way.
No, it's more like even body. Actually, his zombification or necromancy is actually pretty powerful in my opinion. I think in a different story would have worked better.
Yeah.
Because like he kills most of the characters, so that's even more annoying to see him around. He even kills the only good character, like I said, and we never see her plan or anything. But okay, after some boring ass characters later dying, the last one is the rat who pretty much has this broken ass ability of seeing into the future. Pretty much, they say, oh no, it's not like predicting the future, but it sort of is. Pretty much, it can go through 100. Different like he just pretty much simulates what happens in 100 scenarios, but it's pretty much by the end of it you show it's just pretty much going through different timelines almost, so it's not, there's no like difference between them.
What is that? He's a time traveler?
He's not a time traveler. It's just that he has that skill that he can predict 100 scenarios where he'll probably apparently one of the 100, only one of them he managed to survive, so he just followed that route and he won.
Okay.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I feel like whenever they do that sort of twist or a thing, the only time I ever like it is like, if there's one thing Destiny 2 got right, it's the Vex.
Yeah.
Because that's basically their whole fucking thing.
Yeah. But yeah, after he won in a very anticlimactic way, let's not forget that. Also, a lot of freaking inner dialogue because it's based on a novel. So each chapter is based
light novel, but
it's only one volume. So
makes sense. It's always a light novel.
Only talking and I don't know, just a lot of dialogue. The fights are anticlimactic most of the time. But okay, after he won, he was, in my opinion, he's a person with no motivation. He just wants to be a lazy ass sleep. He's that character. He just doesn't want to die. That's his whole thing.
Yeah. And
he gets the wish, and he's like, what should I wish? He just keeps thinking over and over. It would have worked, but the easiest answer, he actually thought of it too. Should I revive the because he was friends with she was a monkey, the best character. And should I revive her? I mean, she was the reason why I won. Even though she died, I could just bring her back. And then he like, oh no, maybe she'll be a clone or something, or will she be the same person after she comes back to life? I'm like,
is this the time to be contemplating the fucking Star Trek?
He contemplates for like entire episode, the last one, over what he's gonna wish, and over all the stuff he can wish, he just decides, oh, I just want to forget because too much fucking pressure.
That's a shitty way to end it.
Yeah, he just ended with him forgetting that he ever.
Did he even know what he wanted?
No, he didn't have any wish.
He just came in and was like, "This seems like a fun thing to do."
And he's a undeveloped character, so that's even worse. That's why I'm like, just fuck. I don't know why I finished it.
Because you expected it would be good, like I did when I watched Zammed.
But
most disappointing trash anime I've ever seen.
Like I said, the best character died midway, and I was like, oh shit. So now I have to stick with the lamer characters, and like I said, she's a good example of an actual good character. Like I said, maybe she just didn't want some bad person to take a dream, like a wish that would like fuck up everything. Like the bunny guy would have totally would have killed everyone, wished to the death of everyone.
Yeah. Or
something like that. But yeah, just forgetting is like the biggest fuck you for like, oh, you saw 12 episodes? Okay, forget about it. Like, okay, I'll just forget about it.
None of this anime happened, which means you shouldn't watch it.
Well, it did happen, but he just forgot it.
It's fine because you will forget it too.
Yeah, because it was forgettable. The only good anime this season is Garo.
That will always be consistent whenever Garo comes out.
Freaking Garo is... Well, not all the time. Okay, yeah, most of the time, only time they fucked up was in Season 2. But everything else, freaking Garo is great. Mm-hmm. Freaking Tokusatsu in the live-action version or the anime, just all of them are awesome.
Yeah. And we're getting long on the tooth here, so we're going to go to the final topic on the docket. It's your Star Wars discussion. I will let you guys know ahead of time. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
He's about to watch it twice.
Yep.
Against his will the second time.
Yep.
And we're going to start off spoiler-free.
All right.
And then I will let you guys know when we reach into the spoiler territory. You'll have your fair warning.
Okay, my easiest way to say it without spoiling it, it's that it's not an unwatchable movie. It actually has a lot of holy shit moments and yeah, and some jokes. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute, the jokes, but
I have heard people fucking hate those jokes.
Okay, yeah, but okay, it goes against everything you've ever thought of Star Wars ever, and pretty much ruined the entire franchise. And no matter what people will tell you online, because online, it's like a lot of articles keep telling it, oh, anyone who doesn't like it is a freaking sexist, more like bigoted Nazi and whatever. It happens. Or you get compared to the First Order. Like, oh no, you're just like them, you're the bad guys for not liking it. It's crazy online.
That argument's always really bad.
Yep.
It's an easy way to deflect
way out of reflecting any
the actual criticisms or whatnot.
We live in an era where the far left are really crazy, and I'm not right. I'm not on the right. I'm more in the middle, but towards a little bit to the left, I guess. But you see, that's a problem. It becomes political, and it's a freaking problem. Okay, but yeah, it ruined everything of Star Wars and everything of the Jedi. Okay, what were you saying?
I missed when politics was only about like tax reforms and shit, and we could just ignore it and
or
be fine.
In some actual
The Wardo.
Hold on. What's the Wardo? Okay, so everything about the Jedi apparently is wrong because it's all about Rey. She's the right answer. That's the problem.
Yeah, what is that? People keep talking about that.
Okay.
We'll have to save that for the spoiler bit, but I want to know what the fuck people are saying, that Jedi are wrong?
Yeah.
All the time?
Okay, it's... because I want to give a good example because I read comics a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's the same way... Okay, there is this story called... this non-canon story called JLA Act of God, where everyone who has superpowers, even Superman, who technically does not have superpowers because that's how his body works. Mm-hmm. They all lost their powers. Some of the ones disappeared or pretty much didn't have anything. Mm-hmm. Everyone acts like a fucking moron during most of it. That's why nobody likes it. But apparently the big moral story that, oh, now we live in an equal place where everyone's the same. No one has superpowers, so everything will be great. No one has, the superheroes don't have superpowers and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, so what happens when Darkseid comes over and tries to fuck us up? Where's gonna be the Justice League? You know, you need the muscle for a god. You're not gonna win by being Batman. Oh, also, it's a big like a big love letter to Batman. It's like, oh, the only good way to be a superhero is just being Batman. But yeah, the same thing. But going with Star Wars is like, so if the Jedi are not around anymore, it's not gonna stop for stop anything like in the dark side to have a new Sith Lord or anything. It's always gonna happen. They keep pretty much goes against the balance of the Force and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
so then, if like there was no Jedi, there's no Sith, but now we're wrong because there will
always
be.
Now
a Sith.
It's more like I don't know, cynicism. It's like very SJW like kind of way of thinking that. It's nothing matters pretty much. It's all
That's
about
just a nihilist thing.
Yeah, it's a nihilist pretty much.
I fucking hate it when they do that with like
pretty
Rick
much
and Morty
the
too.
First Order and now the Resistance / Rebels are just two factions with different opinions, and whoever wins. Doesn't matter. That's how it is, and I hate that. The whole
That's just more of like a computerized way of thinking.
Yeah, but it is. That's how it is, and pretty much Star Wars has always been it's a fairy tale. Sci-fi fairy tale. That's why I accepted the light side and dark side, and the whole balance thing, because that's how the universe in that story works. And just destroying it, bringing it down like that, it's stupid. You're always gonna need someone with the light and the light side to be there. And the Jedi's were like, sure, you can change them. I mean, the expanded universe did the whole thing with Luke making an entirely different Jedi Order where he got married and he had more emotions. They actually managed to hold the peace until he died, and I don't know, 40 years later it took until the one Sith, which are a completely different non-canon thing now,
so then
come out.
How does making new Jedis work? Like, now that I know S cells exist in the fucking Star Wars universe.
What was that again? The S cells?
S cells, it's a play on the fucking Super Saiyan bullshit. S cells. Dragon Ball.
I don't know what you're
It's the reason that fucking Goku is as powerful as he is, because he has more S cells in his body.
Oh, the midichlorian thing? You're talking about that?
Yeah. No, so it's like, does everyone have them, or are you used to be born with them?
The reason why I hated the midichlorians. Okay, the only thing that the prequels fucked up was the midichlorians.
Midichlorians is kind of a fun name, though.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you're with more potential than other people, and it has more, Anakin had more than Yoda, which is okay, so it's just saying you have more potential, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it took out the mysticism. Like I said, it's a fairy tale, not a freaking complete sci-fi. Leave Star Trek with the whole sci-fi, full sci-fi, go with that. I'm cool with Star Trek being more realistic or whatever. They try to find mumble jumble, but yeah, with Star Wars, like I said, it's a fairy tale, not a complete space opera. And that's the reason why they light side and dark side and the Force exist and makes sense. It's just a fairy tale. And like I said, you need Jedis or a new version of them. And what we're getting is really pretty shitty. Also, it ruined Luke. In some ways, most of it, they ruined Luke.
I'm not sure if we're making it into spoiler territory at this point.
This is not spoiler territory. It's just my...
Well, let's give it you're eager to talk about spoilers, so give it a number rating, and let's see what we get.
Sure, so I can just spoil it now.
Just give it a number rating.
A number rating of the movie? As a movie itself, because like I said, it's watchable, has some cool moments, I would give it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, fuck it, 4 out of 10, because just the technical parts worked and the story was garbage.
What are you, your moviesuck.org?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you see his review? Give it like a 5 or 6. He couldn't figure out where to put it.
Oh, because he couldn't. I mean, he did like the Force Awakens.
Because he says he doesn't think it's a 7 and he doesn't think it's a 4 either.
It doesn't deserve a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure Disney paid him money. I'm not getting they have the money to pay all the critics.
I might be inclined to agree with you. You know what? With the first movie, I know a lot of people are saying that the main protagonist is like Mary Sue.
Oh, we can go with that. It's spoiler territory if you want.
That is only a thing that I realize when I think about it. Like, I did not think about, she didn't train as much as Luke did. I was just like, well, yeah, of course. Like, how the fuck are we gonna get the movie going?
And
if you're not going on adventures immediately?
But yeah, you want me to start like spoiler territory?
Yeah, we'll do spoiler talk now.
Okay. Okay, so why raise and Mary Sue even more here? Okay, because first of all, she didn't train at all. All she did was a little 2 minutes of swinging the lightsaber and a rock by herself, and that's all she did. Oh, she meditated for like 1 minute, and that's all the training she got. And now she can pick up boulders, like countless of them, effortlessly. And remember that people like Luke in Return on Empire Strikes Back, when he had when he self-taught himself for probably like a year or two without, after the first movie. We don't know, like, that's a cool, a good thing about the original Star Wars movies and the prequels did, something that the new ones are failing at. They don't jump time that much, like, at all. The movie starts exactly as Force Awakens ended. So maybe, like, at most a day or two happens. So.
Okay. Actually, can you remember how long was Luke's training montage supposed to be?
No, okay. To make it easier, with Luke, okay, just imagine the first one. In between that one and the Empire Strikes Back, probably a year or two, like, exaggerating, like, that could have happened. I mean, they're doing the whole Star Wars comic where pretty much bridges the gap, and a lot of shit is going on. And you notice that he probably tried to self-teach himself how to be a Jedi, and obviously he could barely move the lightsaber and was stuck in the snow. I don't even remember that. Like, he struggled like a little bit, and he couldn't even move rocks that well until he got the training with Yoda, which kind of helped him a lot because he was, like I said, he was already taught a little bit about the Force, and then he got the extra teachings by Yoda, probably a few weeks, and he wasn't even ready. That's why he told him, no, you do not go around fighting Vader. Like, but he couldn't even pick up an X-wing, and remember, Rey could pick up countless boulders by the end of them.
Which means countless X-wings.
Almost could be like she was carrying easily an X-wing or two with that, and Luke couldn't even pull it off. That's one reminder of that. And he went to fight Vader, lost a hand, got more wise about it. Return of the Jedi, in between the gap, I guess he trained, like, you can just assume like a month or two. But he was like, after that, like, I don't know, he just pretty much went all freaking, I don't know, he just got better because he just stopped being arrogant, and pretty much, I don't know, like, the gap is a little shorter than the previous movie, but it showed that he grew a lot afterwards. So yeah, that felt natural. That's something that Rey lacks. She's perfect at everything. She even fights Luke and pretty much knocks him out on the ground, like, pretty much telling him, "Oh, you suck," because of all the stuff he did.
I mean, basically, the complaints I keep hearing is that Rey just needs to
she has
not
no struggle.
Fail at something, but she just has to struggle. Yeah,
she has no
like
struggle.
There has to be something there that she's not like, oh, I need help, instead of just being like, I can do that. That's fine.
She's like, her only struggle is that, I don't know my place in the world. I need someone to help me, and she actually didn't learn her place in the world, and nobody helped her and whatever.
And now she finds out her parents are nothing.
Oh yeah, they're nothing.
Whatever that means.
So yeah, here's a problem, because another reason why the movie isn't as good as people thought it would be is because mystery boxes. I don't know if you heard of that concept.
No.
It was like mostly pioneered by J.J. Abrams. The whole idea is that you put them. Just imagine this box. You put mysteries in it in a story, like who are Rey's parents, who is Snoke, who are the Knights of Ren, how did Kylo Ren became evil. All these mysteries, put them in this box.
And you're saying they can all be answered with our sponsor, Loot Crate.
No.
For a limited time.
No, it's
Bartcast. LootCrate.com/Bartcast.
Shut up. But yeah, no, but it's supposed to, like, that works for TV shows. That's why it worked on Lost. I think he worked on it a lot, that's why.
Yeah.
But this is a movie that takes, like, movie series that takes like 2 years for it. So everyone's like all hyped up. Oh, by the way, no Knights of Ren in the entire fucking movie. The thing that I was so excited about. No Knights of Ren. Snoke is just some random dark side user who somehow magically didn't pop out until recently, and he
maybe he had his own training montage.
Off screen. We don't know why Kylo. Oh yeah, let's not forget that Snoke got killed off instantly.
Yeah, don't worry though. They'll explain everything in the Star Wars book that they will inevitably make.
Yeah, and also Kylo Ren. We don't know why he turned to the dark side. Really, They say that Luke. Okay, here's another reason why they ruined Luke. Actually, I haven't said any reasons why they ruined him. Besides being a hobo in space and he would like a hermit, and that even Mark Hamill would be like, yeah, Luke wouldn't do that. He would actually try to stop him because he was an actual hero and all that.
Yep, he is the very vanilla hero. He is.
By the time of Return of the Jedi, he actually becomes like full-fledged hero in my opinion. Like
yeah,
he's like almost like
talking paragon of justice. Won't let anyone steal candy from baby. He'll chop off their arm.
But but he's still flawed still in that. But yeah. Also, like the entire point of Return of the Jedi was to save his dad, right? Because he was stuck in the dark side, and he really wanted to pull him back to the light.
Yeah.
Just
actually, kind of did near the end.
Yeah, he did. And you think he would try to do like if he notices, oh my nephew has a lot of dark side in him, but he hasn't turned evil. What should I do? Should I try to mentor him and get him good at life? Or should I just try to fucking kill him out of instinct when I see like deep inside his mind? Yeah, he wouldn't do that. But it happened.
Yeah,
and Kylo Ren was like, oh, that's why I hate Luke, because he tried to kill me for a second. Even though he's hesitated. And obviously he already had plans to... Because he even took some of the Jedis from... Like some of the trainees with him and killed everyone else. So I'm like, so you already had this planned. You had this, or you're just looking for an excuse. You were already a whiny little prick before that.
Yeah.
Little shit.
He's just, he's going through that phase.
Kylo Ren is not salvageable. I wanted him to be salvageable. Okay, before anyone assumes, oh, this guy hates Star Wars. No. I actually want it to be wrong. I like being wrong.
Especially in this situation.
Yeah, because I actually wanted to like Rey. I actually wanted to... Oh, yeah, Finn was useless, by the way. Let's not even talk about him.
Oh, you're talking about that bullshit with that character, Rose?
Okay.
I think that's her name.
The whole thing was that Poe and Finn and that new chick, they wanted to help out. Okay, just imagine they're stuck in a situation where they need to save the ships where the last remnants of the Resistance are. Oh, just a reminder, just before I go. How the hell... After the remnants of the Empire, who don't have none of the resources compared to how they had it before, they're not a big army. They lost their giant super weapon.
Yeah, probably millions of dollars in debt.
Yeah, and they don't have the money for anything else.
People are really mad at them.
Somehow, by the beginning of the movie, they already took over the galaxy. They're the Empire now.
Oh, well,
And it happened 2 days later. 2 weeks later.
No, the novels.
No.
The novels will fix it.
That's the problem. They just want it to be Empire Strikes Back at the beginning.
But the novels, Alan, you don't understand.
There's no gap between it. That's the problem. It starts immediately when Rey is showing the lightsaber to Luke. And
General Snoke pulled some magic shit out of his ass.
Everyone, like the director pulled a magic shit out of his ass. That's not how freaking real life. Oh, and I'm not gonna.
Actually, do you think it might have something to do with the fact that each movie has a different director?
No, they actually. Yeah, he wrecked on a bunch of stuff. Like, supposedly Snoke was gonna go train Kylo Ren. Finally, they're gonna take him to his real training. And this one, yeah, you failed me. You fucking suck. And take off your helmet. The cool thing you have, go take it off. And then he's like, and just smashes it completely. Okay, just the fact that he smashed that helmet was kind of cool. Like, he destroyed it, but I'm like, but that helmet was so cool, though.
You're bad Keanu Reeves forever.
He looks like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I like all the actors, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm excited for freaking Pacific Rim, and I'm just assuming that Finn was dreaming the entire Pacific Rim 2. That's my headcanon.
They're canon now.
Yeah, he was just one. He was in coma. He was the son of the gunslinger from Dark Tower, and he was riding freaking Jaegers.
And eventually he will be the one to fight in the next Soul Calibur game. Because that universe is now canon.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to that scene. You know the one. Where Snoke is like, man, you suck so much, Kylo Ren. Fucking this guy's cool. And then Mitsurugi steps out of the shadows.
That would have been great. I can't wait for Soul Calibur 6, by the way. But yeah. But yeah, what else there is to say about that movie besides? Oh yeah, Luke wanted to get rid of all the Jedi's because they'll keep on producing more dark side and blah blah. Like, no, it's a balance. That's why it's called a balance, dude. And there's nothing stopping random Snokes to come out of nowhere. Like, I'm dark side, have lightning and cool shit. I'm taking over.
Couldn't you argue that there's nothing stopping good guys from coming from the light side either?
The problem is, again, Rey is the key to everything. She's the new last Jedi. She's the last Jedi.
But why is she the key? What does she like?
Because she is she magically managed to get freaking going Super Saiyan 3 before jumping to Super Saiyan 2.
But then but like that doesn't stop other Jedis from existing, does it?
Well, I don't know how she's gonna. Well, maybe she's super perfect at training people, I guess, even though she has no teaching abilities that I know of.
I mean, she could just teach them what Luke taught them. Obviously, it only takes an
He didn't taught him shit.
It takes an afternoon to become a Jedi. That's how easy it is.
Yeah,
it's fine.
That's not how it works. Not even Anakin, the chosen one, chosen one, had
Space Jesus.
Yeah, Space Jesus, who turns into Satan for like 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, not even him, who was so perfect at everything. At least you understood, he's the chosen one, even though chosen ones are dumb, but I'll save that for another conversation.
But then you can just say, yeah, he's the chosen one. Of course he can do it.
Yeah, he can do all that, but he required training. She didn't require shit, and she's just as good, or I bet your ass are going to say she was better than Luke.
Probably.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like Rey, and I don't want her. I know that the whole future of that, she's probably going to lead her own little renamed Jedi Order. She's just gonna call it to something else.
The Jedi Republic.
No, just gonna.
The Knights of the Old Republic. It's a time travel story.
Bro, remember,
it's not a sequel.
But
it's
they were wrong.
Super prequel.
Everyone was wrong though, because apparently you don't need Jedi. And a lot of people keep saying that because the Jedis were hogging all the Force for themselves. No, everyone can use the Force if you train your ass off. Maybe not
really.
As good.
So it's just a thing now?
Well, no.
That makes sense, I guess.
Well, not okay. Just maybe not everyone, but if you have potential, you can be a Jedi. You can use the Force.
Oh man, I was hoping for sort of like a Destiny Guardians
thing.
But
here's the thing: is the same? Wouldn't be this? What?
Oh, wait, actually,
remember that scene from Incredibles? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people keep bringing it up. That if everyone gets superpowers, no one's special.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of takes the mysticism also.
But that's how you get the My Hero Academia universe.
Where everyone...
Don't you want Froppy in real life?
No, she's too young for me. So
Star Wars Froppy?
Star Wars Froppy. No, they're like a...
That doesn't stop the internet from making fan art.
Oh, of course not. I mean, even the anime has like the old... I think she's the oldest looking girl, even though she's like 15, dressed half naked, showing a lot of cleavage. And it feels wrong.
Are we still talking about the frog girl?
No. We're talking about the other girl.
Oh.
Black hair. Oh, yeah, she has black hair,
I don't know shit about that show,
yeah,
by the way. I just know Stain because Wooly loves him so much. And I know Froppy because of everyone.
Stain was a good direction, but they haven't done anything with the idea yet, so we'll see.
Stain sounds fucking great, even though I haven't seen it.
He's cool.
They just keep describing him.
He rants about how that world sucks, pretty much. But yeah,
I think they described him as a Todd McFarlane character personified.
He looks like a Todd McFarlane character personified.
Oh man!
But without the pretensions in it, so there's that.
Yeah.
I like Spawn. I read Spawn, not all the time, but I do.
I watched the movie.
That is not a good interpretation.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
it's a good enough.
The story, sort of the plot is similar to the first volumes, but yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, I'm in a point where I don't care about the movies anymore. I'll only care about the Galactic Civil War and the expanded universe. I'll probably just start reading those books.
Yeah.
Because where Luke doesn't just freaking kills his own character in. Oh yeah, there's a cool scene with Luke later, like in the last part of the movie, where he fights Kylo Ren, sort of, but not really. He's like, hey, just imagine a bunch of freaking the walkers. They're gonna kill everyone, but then Luke comes out of nowhere, like, hey, what's up? And Kylo Ren is like, kill him, and they start shooting all the lasers at him, like, don't stop. And then after pretty much murder the shit out of him, he just comes out of nowhere and just cleans dust off his shoulder, like, okay, that's pretty badass. And like Kylo Ren goes and tries to fight him, but Luke keeps dodging him like nothing, and turns out it was just a force projection from Hobo Planet.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like expand the universe.
Then what was the dust he brushed off of his shoulder if he wasn't really there?
He just wanted to be more just
like, intimidated. Just
yeah,
like,
he's
hey.
it's like, oh, Kylo Ren's gonna totally buy this shit. Yeah, take that ass.
It's like, hey, you little bitch, I'm not gonna save you at all. In fact, I will actively taunt you.
Yeah, I will taunt you. Oh yeah, he actually just taunted him. That was great. Yeah, that's the only good part with Luke, and maybe Yoda.
I heard
Yoda.
A lot of people saying that there's only one lightsaber fight in that movie, and
there's no lightsaber fights actually. It was him just dodging.
Yeah, and that.
But there was this cool scene after killing Snoke, because Kylo Ren killed him by deceiving him kind of cleverly. That was like a good. Okay, all that scene was pretty well done. It was just Return of the Jedi, recreated in the middle of the movie, but it's still cool. The guards, the ones like the red ones who would just stand there with the dumb helmets.
Yeah, the ones that are like toy lines and mugs and everything.
Yeah,
those
guys. They're like, when they saw their boss pretty much falling in half, they're like, "Nani?" Just pull their weapons out, like, let's fuck him up. And
no,
that's why Kylo Ren should have told freaking Snoke. because for a second he was like, "Oh." You just should have told him that and just fall in half.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fight scene was pretty cool, I admit. You see, there's cool parts about this movie. It's not bad. It's just betrays everything. It's just betrayal. Okay, does it make sense if I say that's not bad, but it's betrayal?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. There are plenty of things that are not bad, but have betrayed other things.
Yeah,
the JoJo anime that was OVA.
Oh, the OVA.
You know, the one that made Jotaro a fuckboy.
He's not a fuckboy in that. But
he had the dumb, like, kind of Saint Seiya looking eyes. Like, you know that one. The one that was that the creator hated so much that he's banned.
No, he hated the
banned
Blonde movie. Where'd you fucking?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that one.
That movie.
It was Jonathan, not Jotaro.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah, there were cool scenes, like something that people should have thought of before. You know what happens when you ram a spaceship, like a battle cruiser, towards Star Destroyers at light speed?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing that happens to anything that big when you shoot at fast, like at the speed of light. So it was
destroys itself.
Destroyed almost all the freaking entire fleet almost. And I was like, holy shit! But now when you think about it, it's like, wait, why don't I just get a bunch of X-wings, freaking light speed, or some of the cruisers and freaking light speed towards the Death Star?
Mm-hmm.
I know you would have lost the ship and probably. And you need one person to pilot the entire thing, so you probably lose like 20 people at most.
Yeah.
You probably would have destroyed that. That's right. Okay, we'll just pretend
fucking
that didn't happen.
Suicide. You're asking them to suicide bomb, huh?
Well, the lady from Jurassic Park 1 did it, so yeah, she was in the movie.
All right.
With purple hair.
That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, like.
Now, how purple are we talking about? Because I'm a fan of bright neon colors. Like if it nails that Tron. The new Tron look, I'm okay with it.
It wasn't that. It was...
Fuck.
It was sort of... It was in between. But yeah, like I said, it's cool. Oh, the jokes. Now we go jokes really quick.
Porgs.
Since Iron Man 1, Disney has not stopped doing this. Stop joking all the time, please. This is Star Wars, not Marvel. I've criticized Marvel that does way too many jokes sometimes. They're just action comedies.
Everyone is... the same character at this point with all the quips, because that's supposed to be Iron Man things.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
that.
Iron Man was supposed to be the quippy smartass, but then Captain America does it.
Even Black Widow.
Star-Lord does it.
But okay,
even though that's also his gimmick.
Guardians, I'm cool with that. I don't mind the space comedy. That's why keep Guardians of the Galaxy in Guardians of the Galaxy and put Star Wars. Keep it just
but
there.
Also Thor does it.
Oh yeah, and Thor. Oh my god.
And he's supposed to be the most humorless guy there, really.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes.
He's all about business.
No, he's also when he's drunk and stuff, he can go that way.
Yeah.
Because he's a Viking pretty much. But I'm trying to say that the first 5 minutes of Thor Ragnarok were the most unwatchable for me. I wanted to just like get out of there, but the rest of the movie was fine. But yeah. Also, Doctor Strange.
But then, what are the jokes here? It's like, is everyone quippy or?
Okay, you know how in the original movies where the jokes were like more, I guess they were more subtle, and it was more
I don't remember any jokes in the original movies.
I mean, if you watch them again, maybe you'll remember. But it wasn't like right in your face. Like I guess the one that made me laugh, the only good joke in the entire movie was where Poe is running in front of a Star Destroyer and he's trying to communicate with them, like, you know, kind of Star Trek-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, "Hello, can you hear me?" And the supreme leader, or not the commander, you know, that guy, the redhead. He's like, "Hello, can you hear me?" And you can still hear him. "Hello, can you hear me?" Like, because he's obviously just buying time for the other guy to escape. He's just distracting him. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I will not like let any survivors and blah blah. And you can still hear Poe. "Hello, can you still hear me? I can't hear you." Mm-hmm. It's like non-stop like that. Like, oh shit, they're just deceiving me, fucking asshole.
Like, oh.
But yeah, then the other jokes like, "Oh, my weapon function isn't working. Fix it." BB-8, and BB-8's trying to fix it from inside, and sparks coming out. "Oh, block it. Oh, block it." Like, you know, like when a boat is sinking, like in cartoons.
Yes.
You know, when the water's coming out, trying to block each hole. And like stuff like that is just getting, come on, guys, just on the.
But hey, for him, it was not a funny situation. He was genuinely trying to stop it.
I know, but it was supposed to be funny though. And other scenes, I need to watch it. I'm gonna watch it a second time, so I can probably remember more.
Ellen, if you put yourself in the shoes of all the characters and become empathetic, nothing is ever funny. So think about it that way.
True, but
he was genuinely trying to talk to some people.
But they really try to put the comedy in a supposedly more darker movie. So
how about the Porgs? How much were they in it
to grant
the merchandising rights?
Not so much, but they were there enough. You can hear them all the time in the background when.
Why were they on the ship?
You know those shots, scenery shots. In that island, you can hear them. You can hear them like, oh my god, shut up! And you see
the Porgs on Hobo Island where Luke is?
Hobo Island, yeah.
Okay.
And even like they were nesting inside the Falcon because like okay, that was kind of fun. Okay, it was kind of funny though, that like seeing them like not real. Actually, no. And
did they show you the fucking disgusting babies that they are? They I don't know why they did it, but they did like a little press release. Now, like, here's what porgs look like when they're babies, and they're like fucking worms.
No, I didn't see them. No, I don't think I saw them.
They're like hairless.
Also,
worms.
Chewie was killed one and was about to eat it. Like he cooked it, and all of them are crying. Like, you know, they're giving their little puppy faces. No, kill it pretty much. And he kind of felt bad.
Oh.
And also,
you can't kill a porg.
You know, he did. He actually peeled his skin off and everything and cooked it. Well, obviously off screen, but
yeah.
And Chewie was not there enough.
Did he just like grab a bite and like fucking go right up to one of their faces?
He looks like a chicken. You know, like the little tiny chicken, like a cooked chicken, like in I don't know some random like freaking RPG game. Like, oh, I'm gonna eat it. Then everyone's like, no, like everyone around him. Like,
I just wanted to like look him in the eye and like very slowly take.
Yeah, like the little tiny one was crying, like damn it, like okay, fine, I won't eat it. I mean, I already killed it, but fuck nourishment, I guess.
All right.
But
and then, got any more thoughts? Final thoughts? We're getting almost there.
Just I'll stick with the expanded universe. The Marvel comics are kind of good, so
they're getting there. Oh my god, hold on. Did they fire that guy? The new editor that you like so much?
Oh no,
because they immediately found out he's a ghostwriter. He was a Japanese man. Okay, this fucking guy was pretending to be Japanese, so he's a monster and must be fired.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
First of all, you're just gonna make. Okay, I guess ending spoilers here, so now we can move to the last topic. Okay, yeah, Star Wars. Last Jedi 4 out of 10. Betrayal. Okay, move on about that. Yeah, they fired this guy. They fired the guy who was pretty much putting Marvel on ruin, like the comics division.
Just raping everything about Marvel.
Pretty much making Last Jedi on everything, but worse. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean to Last Jedi, really.
Yeah.
Like, you just make, like...
No, it is mean. I said worse, but, like 50 times betrayal.
I mean, it's not fair to it.
Yeah,
okay, fine. Betrayal levels, maybe.
Betrayal, yeah, because they're replacing characters and like making people different like genders because for the sake of diversity, even though there are characters who are everyone. There's not okay.
I still can't get over the Thor thing because I get it. It's fine. Lady Thor's fine, but that's the dude's name.
Yeah,
you stole his name.
There's even a character who actually could who actually is like a descendant or like no descendant. Yeah, it's a descendant of Thor from the future. Mm-hmm. You could have just grabbed her and make her Thor, or just have her like his or I don't know, something like that.
Like, I'm fine with new characters and all that stuff, but I don't like it when they destroy an old character
because they're afraid that they know that they cannot stand by like on their own merit. That's the crappy part. It's also like maybe that's why I keep comparing it to like Rey. Just be like now it's pretty much like that. But yeah.
But the guy, the Ghost Man.
Oh yeah, the new editor.
He's like Akira something.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but pretty much he replaced Alex, the creative chief of Marvel. They fired him, and then they brought this new guy who actually likes comics. He seems like a nice guy, and he actually has been working on expanding like the comics division, not like internationally and all that. And he's been successful, so he knows how sales work. And he actually cut down like on 9 titles that were not selling at all. Like, remember the ones I told you, like the gay Iceman one? That was it was all about Iceman, his first gay stuff, pretty much all of it. And like I said, that's fine. If it was like a younger Iceman, that would have been fine. But this is like a 30-something-year-old one. It's cringy as hell. But yeah, they got rid of all those titles. People are bashing him, and then they brought the whole thing. Oh yeah, it turns out that he was because editors back in when he was working at the Marvel area before moving to international stuff, editors couldn't write comics. Pretty much that was the rule.
Yeah.
So he just did the pen name, just like any random weeaboo.
Yeah, it chose the anime name. Yeah. He did. To be fair, he did live in Japan for a while.
Yeah.
I found out.
But yeah, just imagine this. Like I have friends who like online they call themselves like random Japanese names.
Like that for Derek Shinjuku or whatever.
That's what he calls himself. Yeah, pretty much like that.
Like he was just doing that. It's like
innocent. It's just a pen name. Okay, it's just like something that you do. I mean, even probably I would do it too, or maybe back in the day when I was like younger.
Like it's all very innocent. People do it all the time. It's fine.
It's something innocent that was blown out of proportions by Bleeding Cool, this comic book site, who are really
like
they're so
annoyingly far left.
Yeah, far left, and that's why they're making a huge deal over.
They're like, this guy's a fucking racist. He called himself Akira.
Yeah.
Like.
And he was doing it for the Mangaverse, probably also to promote it. Yeah, you know, Marvel Mangaverse. But yeah, to promote it more, like, oh, you have Japanese. I don't know. It was just innocent thing. It's just not a big deal. But because the guy just pretty much replaced the other guy who was allowing all this far leftist, like, idealized get into Marvel, and all of them were untalented. That's the problem. There is a lot of these like diversity hires had no talent. I mean, just read America. It's one of the worst books ever.
Are you talking about the one where Falcon becomes Captain America?
No. America is like about a alien who looks Latina, is a lesbian, and actually normally she was supposed to be bisexual, but they just made her full blown lesbian. And for that book, written by a lesbian Latina. And it's one of the worst books anyone has ever read because it makes no sense, not written by someone who cares about comics. So it's kind of like that. It's just, it's more over just, oh, we have this, we have diversity, we're better than anyone. It's just, I don't know, to prove a point, I guess. But yeah.
Meanwhile, DC is doing everything DC fine.
Actually, DC does diversity so much better.
It's like, who would have thought that if you hired good writers and did everything well and treated your characters with respect, that people would like that more.
Yeah, and also one thing just because you're okay, it's like they assume that because you're like if you're white, you cannot write a black character. They have to put a black writer, and I'm like, I don't agree with that because like I'm Mexican, so you're saying I'm only allowed to write Blue Beetle, for example. I mean, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind writing Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle's fine, but then
but like, so you're saying I'm not allowed to write Superman or Batman because or black, or like I said, Black Lightning or Static Shock.
Oh yeah.
That's
always
racist.
It is. It's a dumb train of thought that they never think about.
Yeah, it's just.
It's like because they always look at it through the lens of I think I saw this Tumblr post one time where this random person was talking about like, man, that's so racist, and then it turns out like that's something that like that's how that looks, and everyone's like, oh, does this mean you have never seen a Mexican person before, or like, and then it's like silence, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's where we're at. Like,
yeah, but that's changing now. Apparently, they're. Oh yeah. Also,
like I, as a Mexican guy, like it sucks because I feel like I have to speak for the people that are being told that they're not allowed to make some very obvious points that should be, that should already be like accepted points.
Pretty much, what the whole point is that it's all about just getting someone talented, who actually knows what they're doing, into stuff that will, I bet you will be much better off than just because he's Mexican, writing Mexican character, go ahead. I'm like, yeah, like I said, hopefully in a few months everything starts getting better in Marvel. DC is still being great. I mean, they have so much cool stuff going on. I mean, they're bringing back Static Shock and that entire universe. That's Milestone.
Static Shock is awesome.
Yeah, and you know he was part of his own universe called Milestone.
I don't, but I do know that the cartoon was the best.
Yeah, but just imagine that place is filled with actual diverse characters of all genders and identities. But here's the thing: it was written by talented people.
Yeah.
In the 90s, and now they're gonna do the same. So that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, DC's better in comics than. Okay, I know people are gonna say, they're not doing as good in movies, but they're best at.
It's like a weird polar opposite thing.
Even though I do like all the DC movies.
Yeah.
I really, Justice League, I think, is one of the.
I thought Suicide Squad was fine.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve like a 10.
Gwen was watching it with me, and she was like, the movie was dumb, but I thought it was fine. It was only after like all the reviews and all the fucking things tearing it apart where it was like, I didn't really think about that. The only problem I really had, because like when I went in with it, it was like dumb action movie.
Yeah,
this is
what
dumb,
it was.
Turn your brain off, fun thing.
That's what it was.
Like they're generic zombies, but like how are you gonna have them fight, right? Like they're not all gonna fight one thing. They have to have minions. Yeah. They have to have a video game beat 'em up excuse.
Or they could have just pulled an X-Men. Actually, that's why I'm excited about maybe Justice League 2, because they might pull an X-Men where they fight against individual enemies, because the Legion of Doom is probably gonna happen, and so you have like, Superman's gonna fight Metallo while Batman's handling Bane or Deathstroke at the same time in the same movie. That'll be cool though.
The only thing I did not like is the fucking Huntress's or Temptress, whatever the fuck her name is. Enchantress. Her brother, he had zero reason to exist and shouldn't have existed.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
that guy's fucking dumb.
I know that's dumb.
And contributed nothing, by the way.
That's true. Only for the one of the better characters to die, Diablo.
And the Huntress looked better. Enchantress, whatever. She looked better before she became a big dumb monster. Like that, she looked better.
I don't think she became a big dumb monster. She turned to a horror movie monster for like a little bit. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, but like she looked better.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I gotta say about that movie is the transformation where she's like, calls the Enchantress, and she like holds the hand, and then the hand flips over.
That is so cool.
That is the coolest fucking thing. I was like, whoa, yeah. That was awesome.
Also, Deadshot was cool. I mean, Will Smith was great.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like going on about fucking Slipknot and how stupid he was.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the one who just died.
But that's fine, I guess.
Wasn't that to show that what happens?
Yeah, that's away? All it was. Like, you knew he was gonna die immediately because he didn't get an intro montage or anything.
And a lot of people got mad because
but that's
Twin
fine.
Peaks guy. I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but I haven't seen that show. But yeah, okay. And also, a lot of people didn't like Batman v Superman, but I kind of did.
Okay, we are going to need to do that fucking Zawardo transition so many times in this cast. It's like 5 already, I think.
Well, whatever. We'll live. But yeah, so I was saying, freaking Batman v Superman, at least try to be serious compared to I don't know. People just assume that superhero movies have to be lighthearted and jokey. That's like the main.
The Punisher
thing.
wasn't.
But that's wait.
I like
talking
the
about
Punisher.
The movie or the
Both.
Netflix? Well, that's not part of the Marvel universe, the cinematic universe.
Yes, it is. It better be.
It is, and you already have the Netflix show. That's part of the.
The TV cinematic
and it's,
universe.
what's his name from Walking Dead? Shane, yeah.
His
Shane.
name is Frank Castiglione.
Shane from The Walking Dead.
Actually, no. I forget what his first name is. I just remember Castiglione.
Okay, you know, I haven't.
Castiglione's the best fucking name for like an Italian guy I've ever heard.
Well, I think he was a mobster in one movie.
I fucking love Castiglione. That's such a good name.
I just want to see. I really hope.
Oh, God!
Yep.
Paul, you motherfucker.
お前はもう死んでいる.
So you can just join in.
Fine. What are you talking about?
We're talking about how Castiglione is the greatest last name I've ever heard.
Oh, by the way, it's Paul. It's this
yes,
guy.
this is our third host who decided to show up late.
Hey, fuck off.
The first podcast. But yeah. I just want to see Shane, or whatever his name is, just said. I just horrible names. Just rubbing his head, like back of the head, after he kills like a bunch of people in Punisher. I mean, I haven't seen it. That's why I'm just assuming.
Also, he looked way, way better with the beard and long hair. I liked that look way more. He looked way cooler.
Are you talking about the Warzone movie?
No. Did you watch the Punisher Netflix series?
No, I haven't.
He has of the fucking like longest hair and hobo beard I've ever seen.
Oh, really? Okay, I can't.
And he looks so good in that. And it's like, oh man, that's a fucking badass.
I know.
He's gonna destroy some people, and then he shaves his head and all that, and becomes generic man.
Generic man, of course.
Assholes, there's traffic out there.
There is.
What?
There is.
Yeah, there is.
And then what were we talking about before, Kix? Oh yeah, that it's not part of the Marvel universe or whatever.
No, I mean only the Netflix ones are part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah. I'm concerned about what happens to that when Disney decides to do their streaming platform.
So what do you think of that?
Like, cause it's a Netflix original. They have all the like stuff I assume by Netflix, like the writers and all that. So then if they make a season 2, who will write it, direct it? Like, how's that gonna happen?
I don't know how that's gonna happen. I actually don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the future of the Netflix-funded shows. Because Daredevil was good, even though people don't like season 2 because of all the mysticism bullshit.
Why are you worried about it?
Because those are all Netflix originals. Those are Netflix shows
and
funded by and made by Netflix.
And Disney's gonna make their own streaming service eventually.
So they're gonna be like, we're gonna take all our shit off of Netflix. Which now that they own Fox, so now you can't watch Predator on Netflix if you want.
Fuck. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
They're taking all the Fox movies with them. They're taking all the Marvel, all the Star Wars.
Yeah, freaking. Oh my god.
So basically, Netflix, it still has stuff in it. Lionsgate, they're gonna take their Lionsgate stuff too.
Why?
Because they own Lionsgate.
They do?
Yes, they've had it for a while. So
okay, I guess we can be safe then.
All the National Geographic documentaries too.
Okay, then I guess we're safe now.
That surprised me.
That surprised you, the National Geographic?
Yeah, they own National Geographic.
Okay, then now my fears are much less concerning, just because I was worried that they're gonna make Deadpool kiddish.
Yeah, it turns out they own Lionsgate, and they, Saw movies.
Disney owns Saw.
How long will it be until like Disney owns friggin' Netflix?
Go on.
So we're not. Now I'm less worried now that I know that, because
Yeah, and Disney, they don't have to adopt the Disney name, as it turns out. They just keep the name of the thing that they bought, so it's still going to be Fox Movies or 20th Century Fox. I don't think so, because they bought National Geographic and they never changed it to Disney's Nat Geo, and they they bought Lionsgate and it's not called Disneygate. They own ESPN. And it's not DSPN or whatever.
Disney Sports.
Disney
Sports.
Whoa!
And they have Mickey, like, I don't know, make a little, like, the little, like commercial where you have a bunch of montages where Mickey playing basketball.
Yeah.
You're playing golf.
Yeah.
Or freaking Donald Duck, like, surfing.
Yeah. So, I think that isn't as bad anymore. It's not an apocalypse moment to me, but
still worried.
I'm worried about my Netflix subscription. And what the fuck I'm gonna have to buy again?
Well,
3 streaming services now.
I'm not gonna buy Disney one. I mean, Netflix is really trying really hard to get the original content. I mean, you heard that they want to do like 20 original exclusive anime in there
On Netflix?
next year.
That sounds
like
cool.
Yeah, so there's gonna be like 20 anime. I mean, they're gonna have the Godzilla trilogy, like the CG one. Ever seen the trailers?
No, I don't watch trailers.
Well, it's
Spoil
pretty
too
much.
much.
It's like a
At least once.
They spoil too much.
no. It's just
It's like fucking modern movie trailers. Like if you see a trailer from like the 70s or 80s, they like give you almost nothing. They just
But
give
trust
you an
me,
idea.
the Japanese know how
They
to
give you
do
a
it less.
theme. In American movies, it's like, hey, look, that guy's gonna show up. That was supposed to be a surprise, but we need you to watch the movies. So
But wait,
here you go.
the Japanese do a lot of letters, instead showing a lot of Japanese letters in trailers, so that's blocked a lot
So
of
you
it.
get to see nothing.
Yeah, so like for
As long as none of it is CG, because fuck CG
like
anime.
I said, it's an entirely full CG anime.
I don't know.
But it's
Is it gonna do the thing Japanese CG does that I don't understand?
8 frames per second.
Yeah, 8 frames per second bullshit.
I hope not.
Like that's dumb because
What are you
as an
talking about?
animator,
I don't watch CG,
Japanese anime.
CG anime.
Okay,
Okay, there's
so
there's
they do something like, you know how you're an animator and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know how 24 frames or 30 is a good frame rate to have, so that everything looks smooth and moves well.
Yeah.
The Japanese, for some reason, every time they do CG, they're always like 8 frames a second, and that doesn't make any fucking sense because you could just render, right?
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, but
they just render
it has
more,
happened
right?
in a few anime.
Yeah.
Like it's not more expensive. It's not like. It's why do they do it?
And also, let's not forget that during the action scenes, everything goes to like like the frames increase.
I watched the Berserk CG animated movie that my brother was watching, and there's another thing in there that I hate, and it's it actually had a decent frame rate in that, but then they did a flashback with the when Casca first meets Griffith, and they brought it down to such a painful frame rate.
Oh, I think that was supposed to be just her flash. That was just like
it is. It's only for the flashback, but I don't understand why they do that.
I don't know.
A bad frame rate does not make something more dramatic.
I can't watch that movie. It almost gave me a headache.
The Berserk animated movies?
Yeah, the CGI ones.
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
How come? They look pretty good.
Yeah, they're
I don't
pretty
know.
good.
They make me
I mean,
nauseous.
I was a little annoyed by the CG at first, but then I got over it.
It's better than the current anime.
Yeah, but like I said, we're getting like 20 anime next year exclusively for Netflix, and one of them, it's CG, but this one I'm more excited for. It's Saint Seiya, pretty much a remake.
Ooh.
Like my favorite anime of all time, getting a remake for Netflix, and everyone's gonna watch it, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, make it the next Naruto."
A fun fact: over podcasts, no one knows that you're in your pajamas.
Oh yeah.
Gee, thank you, Steve.
Yes. I like your flower pajamas, Paul.
Ah, thank you.
Even though you drove all the way.
Yes, you drove in pajamas, of course. This is
Like,
in my house, so I actually have pajamas. You two are in actual clothes.
Yeah, because I was in my work clothes, but then I was like,
Yeah.
screw that.
you know.
But yeah, you got.
You work with what you have.
Oh yeah, what I did this week, by the way, just so we can.
Yeah, what's your week?
Yeah, so we need you to talk a little bit.
My week,
Like, obviously, do not tell like, oh, I was working all day. No, just
that's basically what I was doing. I was working, and well, when I was not working, I was playing Stick of Truth.
Oh yeah, actually, I don't think you discussed how your progress is.
Oh, yeah.
But how are you doing in Stick of Truth?
You
finally learned magic?
No.
Really?
I haven't
You're still
played
only
it
there.
yet.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna say really quick because I'm in Fletcher Butthole. I bought the game and then I'm not gonna spoil it. Don't worry. We were talking about yesterday that I really like the fact that none of the clothes affect your stats because then you can have your own superhero. And do you think it's a good thing that you manage to find if you manage to find like a costume that pretty much fits? Like, oh yeah, this is my superhero. Like, this is my 100% superhero.
That's what I did though. I'm electropunk all the way.
I know, but it didn't bother you. Like, oh, like if you switch to something else.
I kept getting costumes, and it's like, these are dumb. Electropunk. I'd always went back.
I mean, you saw the one I did, right? That one actually.
Yeah, the shark.
Yeah, it's like I put like a shark hoodie in, but because I like, okay, it looks cool, but I just need a mask, and then the domino mask fit perfectly, so it actually looks like a cowl. So
yeah,
it's like a Batmanish looking Boy.
I like dabbled in that other costume, the Cyberwolf, because Cyberwolf sounded cool.
And it was lame.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, there's supposed to be kids making costumes.
It's true, I guess. But then nothing ever beats Electropunk.
It looks pretty much like Static Shock.
Yeah. You have to be Static Shock. It's the only way.
I know, Static Shock is so awesome. You know what? Thank God they're bringing it back next year. So, just that. Not the TV show. I know, it's the comic. I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, you were like, what? They're bringing it back?
I hope they.
Like,
wish.
I'm like, no, the comic book.
Great.
The entire
Kids have to grow up on Static Shock. It's the only way.
Oh, he's supposed to be it's like a different version of Spider-Man, like the kind of teenage hero that everyone likes.
Yeah. Everyone does like Static Shock.
And
if you don't, you're a fucking monster.
I know, right? That's why you should also like Blue Beetle, because he's like the Mexican Spider-Man.
And if you disagree, send in your email at... We don't have one, actually. We didn't set one up.
Oh, crap. Okay, we really needed to plan this. Oh,
No.
yeah.
That's fine. No one's going to respond. What email? They'll just put it in the comment section.
If they comment.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We'll start with comment section, then we'll decide. Then we'll by next time.
You have to pay money to get on Stitcher.
Really?
No, I didn't check. I'm a fucking liar. I just wanted to see.
I don't know where we're going to put this thing.
YouTube.
And Spotify?
Maybe. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to find out how this works. But
How much is Spotify?
$1 million.
a piece. Like
Yes.
every minute, it's $1 million.
Is Spotify free? I'm assuming
It's free, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not as a service, it isn't.
As a
free?
service, it is free.
It
you
is?
just listen to ads, yeah.
Oh.
And if you pay the $10, you get no ads.
Okay, I
That's
got
how it
no
works.
ads. Like I guess I am. I'm
Yeah.
the no ads person.
Ooh.
But yeah, we're what else? What else you did?
What was I doing?
Get closer.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
sorry,
yeah.
I was stretching.
We'll have what's the name of this recording device?
By the way, you guys got your hentai sound effect already?
What?
Pause.
Shut up. Okay. whatever.
Feel free to use that.
Oh, sure. All right. No, don't use that, please.
Yes. Use that completely.
No. Let me see. That's about it. Work was boring.
All right.
Dude.
There we go. The most eventful character in our roster.
Hey. Okay, I have more exciting things happening, but this week, not so much.
Yeah.
We talked about a couple of things. It'd be kind of shitty to go back to those.
Yeah.
And we're almost to the 2-hour point. And
All right.
it's like
So you want me to
usually podcasts end at an hour.
Oh, really?
We're overdoing it.
Oh, I heard that people do like 3
But
hours. Like,
hey, Paul.
Well,
One thing in Breath of the Wild got fixed, and that's fine.
what is it?
The fucking horse teleporting. Thank Christ, the game is now not as bad.
So wait, the horse now teleports to you?
Yes,
That's not very
no
realistic.
longer.
No,
I don't care
more-
about realism.
More like wait. I got a question. Does he like you see a bright light like falling down the sky like? Hey,
no,
there's
it's
my
what every open world game does and
Oh, it
should
just comes
do.
out immediately, right?
No, yeah, you whistle and then it comes over a hill.
Okay.
No, I kind of want it to be more like Dark Souls.
Dark Souls has no mount. What are you talking about?
I know, exactly.
That's stupid.
Let's make everything the Dark Souls. This is the Dark Souls universe.
Everyone wants realism until they find out
that
realism
sucks.
fucking sucks.
I don't even use a horse, honestly.
Wait, what?
But
I just walk around.
That's the
It's
problem.
It's more fun. Exploration.
Might as well-
But then what's not fun is when you see a shrine, you paraglide to it, and you're 30 miles away from the fucking shrine that you were looking at.
Like I
Well,
said,
then
it's
walk.
like perish.
Well, you wouldn't have to if your horse would teleport.
Well, I don't want to use my horse.
I want to use my horse, and that's why I was fucking
Well,
sick of playing that
Good-
game so
well,
much.
good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Wait, what about the bike? You guys ignore the freaking
The
bike.
bike is
The
fine.
What?
You get a
That's-
motorcycle in the
It's
That's
DLC.
so weird.
It's so dumb. I know, but it's
Even
awesome.
when Link was riding it in friggin' Mario Kart, it's still weird.
Well, it would
like,
still be weird to
like
see him in a...
Link in
No,
Mario Kart. Like
fine.
No, that's fine.
I
It's...
thought that they were gonna put like friggin' Captain Falcon in there. That makes sense.
I had a dog.
But
That's fine.
Link,
Yeah,
what?
Isabel's the best character.
They have a dinosaur who goes Yoshi. And
Yeah.
freaking driving.
He was there from the beginning.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a fucking dinosaur.
I'm just saying.
who freaking swallows people and then turns them to eggs, or sometimes gets power-ups out of them.
I'm just saying,
like Kirby.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other flaws of that game still remain. We did not
like
go
what?
that much detail into them.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I'm going to just list the specific things that broke the camel's back for me and made me stop playing it. But the horse thing is something that will make me curious enough to go back in, because that is a convenience problem. Here is one major thing that I fucking hated.
We're gonna get his.
Climbing in the rain or anything involving the rain.
So what?
Here's what happened. I was going to a tower. I was about to turn on the tower. The tower is surrounded by those fucking things that I can't kill. You know, the blue flying guys. The blue guardians or whatever.
Alright.
And was like, alright, here's how I get to the top of the tower. I climb it. So I started climbing the tower. I was doing fucking Metal Gear. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Stealth walking around, being all cool. And then it started to rain.
Okay.
So the only thing that could possibly damage them if I ever got in a fight with them was a guardian bow that I got. So that's cool and all. I can't use it anymore or I'll get struck by lightning and die. And I'm not going to throw it at them either. So my only option of combat is now gone. Alright, let's climb this. Oh, there's one that won't move right there. It's an actual guardian and not the flying ones. Alright, let's climb. Oh, it's raining. Wow. I have fucking 40 stamina foods in my inventory, and it doesn't matter. I'm always gonna slide to the bottom of this fucking wall. So I had to stand there physically and wait for the rain to stop so that I could climb. Otherwise, everything I did up to this point was for nothing. And that made me so fucking mad that I had no options and nothing that I could do. And it doesn't even have the other thing that every open world game has, that every open world game should have. And it's the ability to fucking smoke your cigarette and go, whoa, whoa, and fast forward time.
Yeah, that is true.
So that it is not a problem. Skyrim lets you stand and wait for hours. Metal Gear lets you stand and wait for hours. Everything lets you stand and wait.
That is true. Yeah.
But fucking Zelda is like, it's not realistic. If you wanted to wait, maybe you should actually wait.
Even
Actually,
Mortal Kombat Deception, the old PS2 shitty fighting game, had that. You meditate and freaking time passes.
Yeah. So that actually was the last thing I did in that game before I was like, this game is so fucking stupid. The other thing is the conventional level up system, which you said, but that's the best part. It's not. It's actually the worst because it is a level up system that is hidden from you, that you can't see. Because it's like, like in Horizon Zero Dawn, we already discussed this before, but it's like, you can tell you're not supposed to be there. And that's not a conventional level up system either. Because it's like, you see Watchers. That means this area is easy. There's not a problem.
You see a gigantic saber-toothed tiger and 2 freaking T-Rexes. You don't go there.
Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to get stronger first. Okay, I'll go get some more equipment. Like, they don't have numbers on their head. There's not going to be a level 20 Watcher. Watchers are always the same no matter what.
Unless...
In Legend of Zelda, that's supposed... Okay, you go first.
Unless... You just think you're a badass and try to kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Breath of the Wild, that same rule is supposed to apply. You're supposed to be like, these bokoblins are green, therefore they're basic bitches and can be murdered easily.
Yeah.
I will do this. I did not realize they were holding royal swords. I have 10 hearts. And I have upgraded my armor 3 fucking times at the Great Fairy Fountain. I am wearing the ninja armor and the headband. All pieces have been upgraded 3 times. So I feel like I am ready and powerful. And I walk up to this bokoblin, and I get hit once, and the 10 hearts that I have are now 4. That is not accounting for the 5 ghost hearts that I had at that time.
God, Steve. Don't understand.
I do understand. I understand a green bokoblin's a basic bitch and I should kill him.
One fucking hit torture.
And I am now dead.
But just one holding us.
I walked into this place and I see a bunch of Lizafloses. Hey, Lizaflos, how are you? I am now dead because he had a bow that I did not realize was this metal bow. Okay. And the best part was when I was like, no, but he does have a royal sword. And he's not wearing armor because he is still, in fact, a basic bitch bokoblin. So I will wail on him, block some hits.
Do you want this game to freaking hold your hand?
I have a royal sword now. Whoa! I can go places.
No.
And then all the places that I couldn't go to before, I could now go to. And I can kill guardians. And I can do cool stuff. It's like, wow, I'm free now. Whoa, I actually feel what I'm supposed to feel in this game. I can go where I want. Whoa, there's this big boss, Hinox, hanging out. I killed him. Wow. Oh, the sword broke. I'm now a basic bitch again. Well, alright. All the freedom I used to have is now gone.
This game isn't supposed to.
It's not holding your hand.
It's not about holding your hand like that.
It's not about holding. I don't care. I don't want it to hold my hand.
Like
I just want to know where the fuck I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I want shit.
It's about exploration.
I
don't
am
know where you're going.
I'm being
So
punished
just
for
go.
exploring, Paul. That's what I had the entire
I feel as though
game.
I'm not being punished. I feel as though I'm being rewarded.
Wait.
I'm not being rewarded. My reward is getting more of these fucking things that I have a million of. And not being able to access the tower. And you know what? The rain made it worse. Because now I'm somewhere where it's like I have equipment that can handle this, but I can't use it. Or I will die. There's another fucking tower that I was going to. It's the one surrounded by water, and there are Lizafloses all over the water. It's not even water. It's like mud that kills you if you fall in it. So it's like, all right, I have some arrows. Oh, it's raining. All right. I don't have a wooden bow either. Time to do some very precarious platforming. Oh, all right. I guess I'll just come back. And that's my experience with that fucking game. I don't understand. Like, you guys keep defending it. It's like, look, I know, I get it, because I had that feeling too, where it's like, that game, because it does not vomit icons on your map like other open world games do, where it's like, oh, I actually found this thing. Cool. Like, the first time I saw a fucking dragon come out of the sky, I'm like, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Wow. But then that does not make up for all the other shortcomings. Like that one feeling of like, ooh, does not make up for all the fucking, oh my god, I hate this game so much right now. Moments that I had.
Hey, it's just.
However, one fun story, I did smart ass my way into an area I wasn't supposed to be in. I had that frozen foods, 2 of them, and only 2, and a bunch of health potions, and was like, I'm going to Death Mountain. I have this mountain here. I'm going to paraglide into Death Mountain, and I am going there. You can't stop me. And I fucking ran through Death Mountain, used up all 10 minutes of the frozen food that I had, and began consuming my health until I found the village and got myself the armor.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, really?
Stuff like that.
There's not a legit way to get in there?
I mean, there actually is a legit way, but like...
I figured you were supposed to get something...
You can do any way you want. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I did. And that was fine.
So, hey,
but you're forgetting the thing that I'm talking about, and it's that I feel like I can't go anywhere. And it would have been much better...
Oh, look what you...
Look what I did, yes. By smartassing the game because I was so frustrated by it.
You can... When you get out of the cave... Or when Link is out of the friggin' cave, when he wakes up, you can go straight to Ganon.
You can.
Nothing's stopping you.
It's true, except for the one-shot kills by everything.
Yes, that's true, but you can still do that.
I don't care.
Oh my god.
It's about what you can do. You're not asking if you should. You see?
Shut up.
I think that's... Actually, that matches it
should.
perfectly. People keep saying... This is what I can do. You're not asking if you should. Like, people are like, you can chop down every tree on the outside of Kakariko Village. What's the benefit?
But I don't want
Why
to.
should you?
But I don't want to.
Exactly. Oh, actually, you know what? I do remember the thing that made me stop playing that game. It was the most frustrating thing I ever had to deal with. I decided, because the Guardian Swords are such... breakable, and I actually just wanted to explore everything, and I wanted to be free and do what I wanted to and have that game be what everyone says it is. So I Googled where the fuck the Master Sword is. I tried to go to it. I was told how to do it. And it is a fucking escort mission with this goddamn Korok. And he's like, I am going to walk in the slowest fucking way possible. And here are all these bushes that are very far apart and very, very close to the maximum range you can be in before I'm out of range and you have to start all over. And you can't be any closer. And it was like, it took like 10 minutes to get to a certain point. And then they're like, wolves! So now I have to fight wolves at an area so far away that he can't see me, but I can't see him. And I finish the wolves or whatever. And it's like, alright, I don't know where the fuck the Korok is. And then I start running ahead trying to find him. And he was around a corner of a tree. And he saw me. And I was kicked out back to the beginning. And was like, I will never play this again. I don't want to play this game anymore.
Okay, that sounds annoying. I haven't gotten the Master Sword
It
yet.
does sound annoying. And you're okay, so that's annoying to you, but you're defending the fucking climbing in the rain and not being able to do all my shit. I care. That matters to me. I want to fast forward if you're gonna make climbing in the rain that big of a problem.
If missions are annoying, then I do care about that. But like that, it's just like
That counts as a mission, and that's annoying.
I can go a different way.
But like paragliding.
Yeah.
That's your different way.
Yeah.
The only different way that matters that people use. But whatever. There. I shit on Zelda. You know my opinion. 7 out of 10.
Horizon's better.
Yeah. Horizon never made me climb in the fucking rain. Neither did Persona 5.
I need to beat that.
Persona 5 and Horizon both deserved it more than Zelda. Zelda was gonna win, but those games deserved it more.
When Horizon get a sequel, it's gonna be crap.
Why
What do you
that?
mean? It's a great sequel. They knew what they were doing.
What are you talking about?
Like the Frozen Wilds DLC basically is a sequel.
I didn't mean the DLC. I meant the actual sequel.
But
What makes you say that? They did such a good fucking job with that game.
Shadow of...
Oh, he's gonna bring Shadow of War.
Yeah, I am.
Are you kidding me? Oh,
Sony doesn't do that.
yeah, it's not so.
Only those greedy fucks at
EA.
Ubisoft, EA, Activision, and Rocksteady. Well, not Rocksteady. WB.
Yeah.
Specifically WB. They all push that shit.
Wait, but
They're still a company.
Yes.
oh, so it's Nintendo.
So is Nintendo.
What do you think they are? Do you think they're
Yeah,
like,
man.
never defended-
What about the
I never
season
defended
passes in Zelda? Wow, Paul, it's almost as if they're doing
It's
it.
like the same.
It's almost
thing.
as
I
if
never
no
even
one's
bought their season
no one's
pass.
immune.
Oh yeah, remember?
Yeah,
Fire
but you know
Emblem
what,
Warriors?
Paul? They're still asking for money. Wow.
Yeah.
They're still
Okay.
asking for money for post-game
I
content.
never said that Nintendo were innocent.
It's almost as if the hard game should have come
Oh my
with it.
God.
The hard mode should
Shut
have come
up,
with it.
Steve. I'm gonna fucking choke you.
There's violence here already.
Oh my
and this is
God.
the first episode. There's
Ugh.
already a feud. You're gonna settle at a freaking WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
I'm not a wrestling guy. I just like Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground's cool.
Hey, have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I just keep being told it's cool.
I just want. You know the funny thing of all that is, I finally figured it out.
What?
Okay.
The main character of that freaking show, first season, stops being the main character in the second season, and that's when he starts talking. He was a silent protag like in Persona 2, and then the sequel Persona 2, you have the protag talking because he's not a protag anymore.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh wait, Paul.
It's like
I just
Jack
gotta
and
say,
Daxter.
I just
but
gotta
then
say,
Jack
Paul.
and Daxter too.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually cared about what was happening in Persona 5 and Horizon. I did not care about anyone or anything in
But
Breath
wait,
of the
wait,
Wild.
wait. You didn't care about Zelda
Relax.
like ducking down and showing her butt for like a second?
No.
Steve. I mean, Alan.
It is such basic, boring storytelling that Nintendo has, and they refuse to change, but people keep defending it, keep being like, but that one time when the Machamp refused to go in his Pokeball made me cry.
Oh yeah, Pokemon
Like-
will never make me cry. But yeah, Pokemon and me are just like I grew up.
It's like we were talking about it earlier with me and Alan, and I was like, oh, Horizon Zero Dawn has some fucking Eureka moments. We're like, whoa! Oh man, that's so cool! Whoa, that's awesome! They explained that. Zelda was like, hey, me and my dog were on a mountain and we were walking up this mountain and there was a thing there and you can go there and it will be there.
Okay.
Like when people talk in Zelda, it is robotic. It is not building the world or characters or themes or anything. It is, we don't want to give you a tutorial or map, but we do want to tell you how or to check this thing. So we will have a man do it for you. Every single character has nothing to say about themselves or anything in the world or what's happening. Every single character just says, hey, you know, there's a thing over here. And it's so robotic and boring and shitty, and I don't care.
Yeah.
If there was a story that I cared about that was there, then maybe, because I have suffered through games that are bad because I like the story. I played Nier 1.
Nier 1 is not horrible in gameplay. It's alright. It's serviceable.
Bad gameplay.
It's serviceable if below average.
It's bad side quests, but the side quests have good
great.
Stories.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, at least it wasn't Drakengard 1, so Drakengard 1 is like the worst thing ever, but still this story is so great. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much we shit on Star Wars and Zelda in this first episode. I don't know how many people are gonna hate us.
If all of you guys want to call me a trash casual with bad taste in games, you can send an email to SuperBestFriendCast. Let them take all of it.
Come on.
It's not. Send it to Giant Bombcast, Super Best Friend Cast, Lattice Podcast on the left. All the guys that inspired us, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
That is true.
And Cow Chop.
Yeah, Cow Chop. Cow Chop's fault.
I don't care about shit. Fuck
Blame
them.
Cow Chop for my opinions.
Cow Chop's that.
I hope you
Hey,
enjoyed
it's
our
good.
first episode.
You know.
Please don't be mad at me or Alan for both of our opinions.
No,
Yeah.
Be mad at both of their opinions.
All right, maybe we'll talk about something nicer next time.
Paul is here to be the cliffhanger for the next episode.
I know.
You got a taste of his personality, but oh boy, he's gonna come back.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Paul will return in Avengers 3.
See you later.
Bye.